from Ronnie Fowler Field and Stadium on the campus of Jackson Christian in Jackson, Tennessee. Good Friday evening, everybody. Dave McCulley, along with Stan Gerard, our executive producer and director tonight, is the very talented Jay Cash. And it's high school football, the Eagles and our Lions. And good to be back with you, folks. If you're coming out to the game, you might want to bring that extra sweater or parka, maybe even a toboggan or a hood, because it's going to get nippy tonight. Kickoff, it's going to be down probably in the high 50s, low 60s. A moment ago it was 61 degrees and dipping down to a low of 45 tonight. And I would imagine by halftime we'll be down in the 50s and probably by the end of the game nipping around 48, 49 degrees. Great to be here with you. And it's not a cloud in the sky as the sun has already set to our west, and it's good to be back with Jay and Stan, and we get ready for what we think is going to be a heck of a football game. The Lions coming in banged up tonight, but they're going to give it their best against this Eagle team that has been, well, up and down. They've had a tough schedule, but they're very talented, have some great skilled people, and Stan Gerard, always fun when we see the blue and gray and the purple and white, and that's what's happening right in front of us as they warm up both teams respectively.
It is, like you said, not a cloud in the sky. Whatever heat there was has dissipated from the evening. TCA in a region play comes to this ball game. They are 2-1. Jackson Christian 3-1. Is this a big game? Absolutely. If Jackson Christian wins this ball game, they secure second place in the region and a home playoff game. If TCA were to win the ball game, we are still alive for a home playoff game with a win next week. So a very, very important game when it comes to that. Diamond, this is the 26th meeting between these two teams. Jackson Christian leads the overall series 16-9 in a series that started back in 1995. Jackson Christian won the first 12 games of the series, and since then TCA has won 9 out of the last 13, and they have won 7 out of the last 8, including the last 4 in a row. Little mental note, there is no TCA varsity football player dressed out tonight that has ever lost to Jackson Christian in a varsity football game.
And Stan, a couple of those games where TCA came in as the underdog too.
Absolutely came in the underdog. The infamous monsoon game from a couple of years ago. Yeah. And looking at this, it's just been a dandy. Blake Butler is 7-3 all time versus Jackson Christian. Of course, Jackson Christian coach Darby Palmer 0-4 against TCA last year. TCA won 18-14. The previous year before that, TCA won 7-6 right here at Ronnie Fowler Field. Been a lot of points scored in this series over the years, Diamond. Biggest margin of victory for TCA was 54 back in 2013 when they won 54-0. Jackson Christian, their biggest margin of victory was 56-0 way back in 1997. The closest TCA win was 7-6 in the aforementioned game from a few years ago, and the closest JCS win was a 16-14 contest back in 2000. TCA over the course of the series averaging 19.6 points a ball game. Jackson Christian 28.2. Now, Dave, when TCA wins ball games, they score an average of 30.88 points per ball game, holding Jackson Christian to 17.22. And when Jackson Christian wins, they score an average of 37 points a game while holding TCA to 11 points in a ball game. Hey, if you bet that over and under, the most combined points in a ball game, 97 in the 2012 contest that Jackson Christian won 55-42. And shutouts, there have been a few in this game. There have been 6 overall in the series. Jackson Christian with 4 and TCA with 2.
If you're coming to the game, a TCA fan, well, come by and see us. Jay is right in front of us here. He and Stan just had a little bit to eat, and we are here as well. But come by and see us. We're right in the stands, and we're going to be right amongst our fans, and certainly no other place we'd rather be right now than right here with the purple and black
Harry Carey style.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a 2-minute break. This is the TCA Football Network, and we'll be back with more pregame countdown to kickoff. And right now, we're about 26 minutes away. Blake Butler's still coming. I understand his mom and dad's going to be here tonight. Yep. We'll talk to Keith, maybe here at halftime, if you'll grace us with his presence. We look forward to that. Always try to get him in when they make their way down. So we'll talk to the head coach's dad and his lovely mom going to be here as well. Talked to Allison just a few minutes ago, and we are excited about tonight's action. Let's come back right after this 2-minute message as you listen to the countdown to kickoff here on the TCA Football Network.
Worthy Road Studios. Worthy Road Studios is a full-service television and live streaming service that can provide live broadcast coverage outside of normal studios. We own all the equipment needed to produce live events. We are a road studio, meaning all equipment is portable. We can work out of small, unusual spaces not designed for broadcasting while still delivering a TV quality product. We use wireless communication systems and have invested in high-definition wireless video transmission. Worthy Road Studios has been producing local television for over 10 years. We work with different media organizations producing live high school sports, as well as Union University basketball and volleyball. We use multiple cameras, on-screen graphics, live scoreboards, and live picture-in-picture. We can do slow-motion instant replay with a telestrator. We can have referees mic'd and use sideline reporters with wireless microphones and cameras. Contact Worthy Road Studios by Facebook, YouTube, or call us at 731-499-1730. We would like to help you with your live event by streaming it to your Facebook page or to YouTube. All live.
Hello folks, this is Gary Deaton right here at Deaton's Carpet One. I want to let you know we've been in business for 48 years. Here's what I believe has made the difference. Our lifetime labor warranty on everything we install. Our healthy living installations, bacteria and germs cannot survive in our new flooring. Our beautiful guarantee, if you don't just love it, we'll replace it. It will make your flooring experience priceless. We're located on Freedom Highway, 1000 Highway 45 bypass in good old Jackson, Tennessee.
And we are back here at Ronnie Fowler Stadium on the campus of Jackson Christian. This took me about, Jay, 2 lights caught me, and it still only took me 6 minutes to get here from the house. So our shortest road trip, even when we go out to TCA, right here at Jackson Christian tonight in the heart of North Jackson, Tennessee. A big night tonight, Stan, because it's the next game. Obviously, it's 2 arch rivals, but I want to salute tonight Daniel Cashin. The center tonight will get the starting nod. His first, I'm sure he's nervous. Any player would be getting their start tonight. I'm sure Dad is a little nervous.
He's cool as a cucumber.
But Mom is probably more nervous of all. But congratulations, Daniel, getting a big start tonight, and we look forward to big things from him.
And Dave, lots of football around West Tennessee.
And a lot of meaningful games, too.
A lot of big games, of course. Week 10 of the high school football season, only 1 week left in the regular season. Games that we're going to be keeping an eye on: Columbia Academy at Clarksville Academy. Columbia Academy, one of the potential playoff opponents for TCA. DCA at Franklin Grace. Franklin Grace, another potential opponent. Lakeway Christian at Friendship Christian. Bolivar travels down to Chester County. Lexington travels to Crockett County. Brighton goes to Dyer County. Tipton Rosemark goes to FACS. FACS will come to Jackson next week to take on TCA. Ridgeway is at Fayette Ware. Perry County is at Gleason. Mays, MASE, is at Halls. Here's an interesting ball game. Milan traveling down to Savannah to take on Hardin County. Can the Bulldogs stay with this Hardin County ball club? It's very good.
Outstanding. They've had a good year, and they've got some really good talent down there.
Looking at some other games, it's going to be Fayette Academy traveling to Memphis to take on Hardin Academy. Diamond, here's a game I wish I could see. Covington at Haywood. That game is huge.
That's always been a great matchup through the years. Both of them very skilled, both of them very talented, well coached. Yeah, if I wasn't here tonight, I don't know if I'd probably just follow it some way media-wise. I don't know if I'd sit out in this or not.
Other ball games, it's going to be Riverside's coming. They're coming to town. They're going to take on Humboldt. Here's another excellent ball game. Peabody travels. They're going to take on the Ponies in Huntington tonight.
Ward Stadium, and that's going to be some fun. Everybody thinking that Milan is going to roll, and I think they probably will win. But Huntington's a pretty good football team. We'll see how that goes tonight over in Carroll County.
Southside is at Northside tonight. Dresden is at Obion Central. Lausanne is at South Gibson. Lausanne very, very good. Liberty makes the long trip to Union City. St. George's is at USJ. It is Scotts Hill at West Carroll and Ripley at Westview. And Dave, let's look at your games in and around West Tennessee this evening.
This is the countdown to kickoff. Let's take another 2-minute break, and when we come back, we're about 20 minutes on the scoreboard anyway until kickoff. When we come back, the head coach, Coach Blake Butler, one of our favorite people in this walk of life. He's going to join Stan with his comments about this big matchup tonight with his Lions and the Eagles here at Jackson Christian. Stay with us, everybody.
Welcome to Mann's Record Service. We offer a wide array of services. We are dedicated towing professionals, experienced in both simple and complicated towing services. We offer light and heavy-duty off-road recovery, auto and heavy-duty towing, load shift and load transfer capabilities, and much more. We are equipped to handle any situation, no matter how big or how small. Call today at 731-424-2173.
Hello, I'm Chad P. Wilson with Foundation Bank, a family-owned community bank here in West Tennessee. You know, home buying can be a long and confusing process, especially in today's market. Well, our Home Sweet Home Loan program offers incredibly competitive rates and allows you to keep your loan local throughout the entire life of the loan. So start your financial conversation with us today by visiting foundationbank.org or calling us on the number on the screen. In the meantime, go Lions! McKinsey Banking Company and Foundation Bank are an equal housing lender and member FDIC.
Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank has assembled an all-star staff with decades of experience in the Jackson and West Tennessee markets. Our top priority is listening to your goals and dreams, helping you develop a plan to achieve them. Benefit from our more than 100 years of experience. Visit us at Thompson Farms or give us a call. West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
Did you know that Lonnie Cobb Ford's Warranty for Life is available on pre-owned vehicles too? That's right, a warranty for life on a used car. And with our huge selection of over 100 vehicles, we have the one for you. Lonnie Cobb Ford in Henderson, where cars really are cheaper in the country.
To the TCA Lions, Blake Butler, Coach. It seems like it was just a couple of weeks ago we started the football season, and now we're down to 2 weeks left in the regular season, and this game's a big one.
Yeah, you know, it goes quick once you jump into it, and again, you never want to take a week for granted. You know, sometimes it's easy to kind of get lost in just the day-to-day grind of it. But you know, each one of these weeks is precious in its own right. You don't want to wish it away, and you know, we want our kids to really take advantage of, you know, especially these seniors. Your days of football are limited. When you look at you're promised 2 more games, and after that you've got to earn every game you're going to get after that. So I mean, you're looking at it, you can say definitively every single senior in our region is got single-digit games left in their high school football careers, and that's something that when you step back and you think about it, you know, you don't want to waste a minute of it.
Look at our opponent tonight, Jackson Christian, the Eagles. Of course, this being a huge game, if Jackson Christian were to win the game, they secure a home playoff game. If TCA wins the ball game, we're in the driver's seat for a home playoff game, and that would be the ultimate goal.
Yeah, when you look at just our region, there's still a lot up in the air, really 2 through 5. And so obviously the second seed will get a home playoff game. And you know, we don't necessarily get caught up in, you know, looking at the seedings and things like that right now. We're just looking at the game that's in front of us, and that's Jackson Christian this week. And obviously for region standings, for, you know, just personal pride and all those things, this is a game you want to win.
Talk about our opponents. This is a team that can run the football very well, a talented running back, a freshman wingback / wide receiver who is making some waves in West Tennessee.
Yeah, you know, they're able to do a lot of things to balance out their offense. I see Cam Boyd and Jalen Mosley are their, you know, 2 guys that are going to carry their offense. And you know, Mosley, the freshman, he'll move from the backfield to the slot and really just kind of all over the place for them. And kind of possesses that big play threat. You know, he's had several long touchdowns on the year, and just you know, tremendous athlete. He's one that you have to be aware of where he is at all times, and a lot of what they do is going to flow through him.
This is a Jackson Christian team. You know, they're going to run a lot of what's the right word? Misconception, diversionary tactics with the ball. How do you stop that outside of, like we've talked before, playing good, simple, honest, basic defense?
You know, our inside linebackers have to be able to see the guards and what they're doing because they'll do a lot of RPO type plays to where, again, they're, you know, counting the box on if they want to run it, or counting, the weak side versus strong side, of whether, they may pull the guards for a buck sweep to the weak side, but they're looking at throwing the bubble screen to number 3 to the strong side and trying to get a read on that. And it comes down to guys doing their job, not trying to do someone else's job. Again, we've worked that a lot this week, and hopefully, like I said, sometimes when you get in a rivalry game, kids try to play almost above themselves, which usually ends up to them not doing their job. And so, this week it's going to come down to, fitting the run on the interior, and the guys on the perimeter fitting their job, and playing sound assignment football and tackling once we get there.
Looking at TCA on our offensive side, of course, losing a quarterback last week changes the offense. Cade Butler gets the start tonight at QB.
Yeah, when we kind of look at how we're going to, put together an offense, Cooper Vales did a tremendous job. And again, we have been kind of searching for some stability there. And Cooper did that for us, did a good job, made some great plays for us. Unfortunately, he's down for us right now. And so Cade gets opportunity to step in. And again, we're not going to ask him to do anything, beyond his freshman years. It's just know what to do, get us into play, be under control, and run the offense efficiently. And that's the job we're asking of our quarterbacks right now. And we're going to need some upperclassmen around him to step up in the run game, blocking, and making plays. And, it's something where, we're not expecting, Lamar Jackson, Pat Mahomes to step in. We're expecting someone to get us into play, get us lined up, and snap the ball, and, like I said, get the offense running. And, that's something that, I felt like we were able to do kind of mid-season. Obviously, some things fell apart for us last week, and so we'd like to kind of get back on that consistency track.
Looking, you're going to have Neum Goodwin and Jake Wilson carrying the ball a lot. Neum had an injury last week. How's he progressing this week?
Neum's fine. He's been able to practice this week, and so him and Jake have been in the backfield, and obviously they're both two big play threats. Jake's broken a lot of long runs this year. Needham's been kind of that consistent physical runner on the interior. And so, we're going to need both of them to play well for us tonight.
TOP is going to be huge in this ball game tonight, I think.
Yeah, anytime you look at just, stopping an explosive offense, a lot of times it's just keeping them off the field. And so if you can possess the ball, put together consistent drives, that adds up to, again, giving them fewer chances with the ball. And so, we've got to do our job as an offense of possessing the ball, getting positive plays, picking up first downs, and driving it. And if we do that, then that helps our defense out that much more by keeping their offense off the field.
Let's talk about the Jackson Christian defense. What are they bringing to the table this year? I know an outstanding middle linebacker.
Yeah, they've been pretty consistent all year. Obviously, their middle linebacker, Nash, has done a good job for them. And, they've got a lot of other guys that have made plays. Again, I know they've been tough against the run. And when you look at just their whole body of work, they play pretty solid team defense and fly to the football. And like I said, if you're playing sound, if you're playing with great effort, that always gives you a chance. And to their credit, they've been able to play, for a lot of the season with a lead. And so when we look at, just what they're able to do, there's obviously some guys you got to account for, especially in that defensive front, if you're going to want to have success as an offense.
Yeah, I have noticed, you look at Jackson Christian, they have been involved in a couple of track meet type games this year, explosive offensive games by the team, by their opponents as well, so there is that niche available.
Yeah, like I said, with their offense, sometimes it turns into call it basketball on grass. And where if you have a bunch of quick scores, you start to kind of get defenses tired, and when you're having big plays and having to run up and down the field and get reset fast and things like that, it can lead to, like I said, kind of those explosive scores. And so, again, they've been in some shootouts like that. Sometimes that's a byproduct of what your offense is doing, to where if you score quick, you put your defense right back on the field. Because if you look even throughout college, a lot of those up-tempo, no-huddle teams usually give up a lot of points as well. And a lot of what that has to do with is the quick turnaround for the defense. And it's something that, again, they've shown that they can do both in terms of kind of slugging it out on the ground, but also scoring quickly with big plays. And so that's something we feel like we want to be able to dictate our pace. We want to be able to kind of control the game from that standpoint.
It'll be a very cool night out there. Condensation could be an issue with a synthetic field. Could be a little bit slick out there at times as the evening goes along.
Yeah, that's something that you think about, but you don't necessarily put it in the forefront of your mind. And it's going to come down. Conditions are the same for both teams, and if the ball gets a little wet and things like that, we'll try to rotate dry footballs in and be sure, like I said, we've got towels on hand and all that. But like I said, conditions will be the same for both teams, and just have to take care of the ball and execute.
Keys to victory tonight against Jackson Christian.
Limit the big play. You look at a lot of their scores, it's been either off of a big play or it's been set up by a big play that puts them in the red zone. And so I feel like if we can limit those splash plays, so to speak, that they get, then that gives us a chance to really be effective as a defense and make them have to drive the ball down the field. And so defensively, we want to eliminate that. Offensively, no penalties, no negative yardage plays. A lot of times you look back throughout the season, we've had penalties, we've had negative yardage plays, we've had turnovers. When you do that, you're not going to give yourself a chance to win a football game. And so if we can eliminate those, like I said, get positive yards, even if it's 1 or 2 yards, it allows you to fight another down to where then, that's usually what sets you up to eventually a play's going to hit for bigger yardage. And so just eliminating the negative yardage plays offensively, then special teams, we're going to have to come up with some plays there, whether it's a kick return, cover, great coverage. We can't give them cheap yards that sometimes people forget about that take place in the special teams game.
Coach, 2 pieces of advice for you as we wrap this up. Live rent-free and play like you're absolutely out of bubble gum.
Thank you, Stan.
That's the head coach of the TCA Lions, Blake Butler. You're watching the Countdown to Kickoff pregame show right here on Trinity Christian Academy Television. We're back after this.
This could be a true story. On October 3rd, a 2003 hatchback struck and killed a deer that goes by the name Buck. I know, right? He now has Buck's head proudly displayed on his living room wall. He tells a different story.
Shot it.
No, he didn't.
And to hide his lie, he took his car to Mitchell's Body Shop.
No, I didn't.
Yes, he did. And lucky for him, they made it look good as new. And as for Buck, the story continues.
27 years ago, a vision became a reality and Snookum Steakhouse officially opened. We cut our steaks in-house and our ribeyes are full of flavor. The steak trimmings are used to make our certified Angus beef steak burgers, so when you order at Snookum's, you are getting high quality. Enjoy our salad bar and mini dessert. Also try our famous family recipe, the Pink Lush Fruit Salad. Come visit Snookum Steakhouse in Henderson, Tennessee. We are open evenings Tuesday through Saturday but closed Sunday and Monday. Snookum Steakhouse, come taste the difference.
Hello, I'm Wes Harris with State Farm Insurance. My customers love the fact that they can call me or my team members anytime. So when they're in an accident on the bypass with somebody that doesn't have insurance, or they come out of the grocery store and somebody's backed into their car and has not left a note, or they come home and there's a tree on the roof, or maybe water pouring out their front door, they call a local agent, somebody that they know. So call me, Wes Harris, with State Farm Insurance, located right here on Van Drive in Jackson.
For the past 22 years, Tennessee Tractor has been committed to you, our customers. That's why our locally owned business delivers great John Deere products with great service at a great price. From the backyard to the back 40, whatever size project your family's got, you can rely on us to help you get it done. From our friendly staff to our reliable equipment and our quality service, Tennessee Tractor has one goal: to keep you and your family up and running. Hometown value, hometown service. That's Tennessee Tractor.
And welcome back to Jackson Christian School alongside the living legend, Diamond Dave McCulley. I'm Stan Gerard. We're just a matter of about 5 minutes or so away from the start of tonight's ball game between TCA and Jackson Christian. Folks, let's give you the starting lineup for your TCA Lions. On offense, the quarterback will be Cade Butler. The running back will be number 4, Neum Goodwin. Left tackle, 57, Chase Finan. The left guard, number 56, Halen Wilkerson. The center making his first varsity start, 55, Daniel Cashin. The right guard, number 66, Harrison Vance. The right tackle, number 79, Corey Bass. At the X tonight, it's number 8, Braden Waller. The H-back is number 16, Joshua Todd. The Y-back is number 14, Will Keltner, who moves back from the offensive line. And the Z-back is number 26, John Mark Willard. On defense for TCA at the bull position, it's going to be number 10, Ben Davis. The defensive tackle is number 57, Chase Fine. The nose guard, Rooks Stevens, number 78. Defensive end is Corey Bass. The middle linebacker, Will Keltner. The weak side linebacker is number 60, Michael Palmer. The strong side linebacker, number 3, the big cheese, Colby Moore. The rover is number 16, Joshua Todd. The free safety is number 21, Mrs. Jones's baby boy, Nick Jones. The cornerbacks, number 7, Jake Wilson, and number 8, Braden Waller. On special teams for TCA, the kicker is going to be number 26, John Mark Willard. The holder will be Will Allen Smith tonight. Coming back from that injury, he's going to see some time as the holder. The snapper is going to be number 3, Colby Moore, and tonight's punter for TCA is going to be Needham Goodwin. That, folks, is your starting lineup for the TCA Lions tonight as we challenge the Eagles of Jackson Christian.
Always fun to cover the Lions, whether they be at home or on the road. The home game next week to close out the regular season. Corey Bass, Will Keltner back to number 14 tonight, Joshua Todd. And the other captain will be Will Allen Smith. Stan just talked about him. They wear the black breeches tonight with the white jerseys, the purple numbers, the black helmets. And across the way come the captains meeting us. And that will be number 3. That's going to be Cam Boyd, the outstanding running back. Also will be Campbell Scott. And the other starter, or the other captain, will be Tacker Nash as they make their way in the blue, all blue tonight with the white stripes on the shoulder pads, the silver helmets, and the white breeches and white jerseys, and the officials meet them at midfield on the Eagle here to have the coin toss as we get ready for high school football on a nippy football-type weather night here at Jackson Christian.
Always a big game when these two teams get together. For years, it was a region game. Then there were several years where it was just a pride-type game. Now it's back to a region contest. And as we stated earlier in the countdown to kickoff pregame show, this game, high-stakes ball game, as we've got Jackson Christian. If they win, they secure second place in the region. And TCA, should they win and then take care of business next week at home against FACS, they would be number 2 in the region and getting a home playoff game. TCA can finish anywhere from 2nd to 5th in the region standing, so a lot to play for here and next week against FACS. But, hey, before we worry about FACS, tonight we got to worry about victory number 8 in the last 9 meetings against Jackson Christian.
Jackson Christian, I believe, won the toss. And nope, TCA won the toss. They've elected to defer, and Jackson Christian will have the ball. They'll be moving to our left, and it will be away from the field house here, the stadium, Ronnie Fowler Stadium. Long-time venue here, the AstroTurf. We're down to 59 degrees now as we get ready for the kickoff coming up momentarily. Blake Butler out there with his staff. That being Michael Mancini, the offensive coordinator, Nathan Bibb, Will Brasher, Addison Coleman, Darby Palmer, the coach now here at Jackson Christian, Lee Hooper, Rob Phillips, Brian Bullard, Lewis Gilliam, Will Rickard, and Josh Wyatt, the assistants, along with one of my all-time Lambeth favorites, one of the top 5 running backs in Lambeth history under Coach Vic Wallace, Alan Irvin. I had a photo taken with him earlier. Jay Cashin did that for us. And he's one of the great young men that I ever had the chance to cover at Lambeth, and there were many, many great ones there. The Eagles are making their way over to our right as they make their way into the home side. And a good crowd over there, not a capacity crowd on either side, but a good crowd. I think the cool weather has probably deterred some folks from being here, Stan, so they're watching and listening to us tonight.
I do know one thing. There were folks setting up chairs in the end zone at 8:30 this morning.
I know Bill Hamilton was one of those. He's the grandfather of Tacker Nash, the outstanding linebacker. Stan talked about him a moment ago, one of the leading tacklers in all of the state, not just West Tennessee. The venue for us tonight is we're on the visitor side in the crowd, and we appreciate the accommodations here. We're A-OK. We're about 10 or 12 rows up, so we should have a good angle. And Mr. Robertson's on the camera. Jay is, Mr. Cashin is producing and directing. When Stan, we're just about as close. Oh, man, there's a guy after my heart. Look at that UK sweater he's got on. That even keeps you warmer, folks.
Oh, my. Oh, my, oh, my, oh, my.
All right.
Well,
we get ready, and it was Jackson Christian, Stan, and your last thoughts about before we kick it off here. What are the keys for the Lions to pull off? What would be the upset again tonight?
Well, I'd like to see us knock the ball through the end of the end zone, get the touchback. Jackson Christian very good at the running backs. You're going to see Jalen Mosley back there. He's going to be about the 15-yard line nearest to us. Do not give up the big plays. Jackson Christian wearing the blue uniforms with white numbers. TCA with the black breeches, white numbers. White shirts, purple numbers, and black helmets. We're just about ready for action with the call of the game, the voice of sports in West Tennessee, Diamond Dave McCulley.
John Mark will kick it away, Mr. Willard will, and it's going to be a short kick, and it's going to be gathered in at about the 42-yard line, and grabbing it there was Austin Kelly, the backup quarterback and defensive back. And Jackson Christian's going to have pretty good field position as they open up actually at the 43-yard line, their own 43 stand.
TCA tried a little bit of a pooch kick to maybe catch them off guard, but Jackson Christian did a good job covering that. And like you said, outstanding field position for their first offensive possession of the evening.
Cage Borkin is the outstanding quarterback, 6 touchdowns, 662 yards. Stan talked about the big play capability, and they certainly had that. The little guy, that's Cam Boyd to his right. Boyd has the handoff, and he's tripped up as he hits midfield. And if I'm telling you, if Will Keltner doesn't get him there, he may go right down the middle of the field for a score. Tripped him up at the 50. He falls forward to the 49 of TCA. It's a good pickup, and it's going to be now second and short.
2nd and 4, 6-yard pickup for the Eagles in that play. They just went straight up the gut on that and blew open a hole.
Sure did. 2 receivers far side right. Boyd has it again. Goes right, scoots right through everybody. He's at the 40. He's at the 35, and he's down to about the 32 or 3-yard line. And Stan, he's like he's shot out of a rocket.
18-yard pickup and a first down for USJ on the play. What they did, they pulled a couple of guards, had lead blockers for them, and were just able to plow the road.
Started this drive at their 43. 2 plays later, they're at the TCA 33. Clock running, we're just underway, 11:20 in the first. Quarterback, Boykin, 6'2", 200-pounder.
He's got Scott back there now as running back.
And Scott was back there, and whistles shrill throughout this night air. And Jackson Christian did not like something, and Darby Palmer gets an early timeout. We'll take a quick 30. Jackson Christian on the prowl already. The Eagles flying high. Lions trying to keep them at bay. We're back after this 30 on the TCA Football Network.
Hello, I'm Chad P. Wilson with Foundation Bank, a family-owned community bank here in West Tennessee. Your checking account should offer more than a place to just store your money. Our foundation benefits with high-interest accounts include the flexibility of a checking account with tiered interest rates, identity theft protection, cell phone protection, and more. So start a financial conversation with us today by visiting foundationbank.org or calling us on the number at the screen. In the meantime, go Lions! McKinsey Banking Company is an equal housing lender, member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Back to play here, and here is Diamond Dave McCulley.
Boykin in that gun, backs to his left and right. 2 receivers here to the near side toward us as we work in the visitor stands tonight. A little bubble screen out here, and it's caught. And making his way inside the 30 to the 25 and scooting downfield will be Cooper Cantrell. He's got another first down, and Stan, they're making it look pretty easy from their own 43. They're inside TCA's 20 at the 19-yard line with another first down.
3 offensive plays, 36 total yards of offense, averaging 12 per play. When you do that, you're pretty effective.
You see that so much now in every phase of football. Now it will be Cantrell far side right. He's joined out there by Jalen Mosley. Here's Borkin in the gun with one back to his left, hands it off to him, and there's another big hole. He's going to score. That's a touchdown, and it's going to be Campbell Scott taking it in from 19 yards, 4 plays, and they go 57 yards just like that. And Jackson Christian leads at 10-40, 6-0.
Well, as you're going to see on this replay, they did a great job. He was not even touched all through that whole run. Just went off of right tackle and unmolested into the end zone. We've got to solve that quick because that's where they've been running all night long.
You hit it right on the head. We never touched him. I mean, didn't get a hand on him. Into attempt the PAT will be Cooper Banky.
No, that's Cisco.
That's Cisco, excuse me. And he could have kicked that thing 50 yards. Sails all over the fence over there in the neighbor's yard. It's 7-0 at 10:40. Well, the Lions will have it on offense when we come back after this 30 on the TCA Football Network.
It was 4 plays and 57 yards, and with 10:40 to go in this first quarter of action, Jackson Christian out to the early 7-0 lead. It's going to be Jake Wilson deep for TCA to receive this kickoff.
He's flanked by Nick Jones, far side left. Meanwhile, Todd's here to the near side. I'd be shocked if they kick it to Jake the Snake, but we'll wait and see. Cisco is the guy that kicked that a moment ago. He's been pretty steady all year on that. 28 of 29 in extra points, Stan tells me. 10:40 left in the first, and Jackson Christian didn't take them long to get on the board. A short kickoff. They took it 57 yards in 4 plays, as Stan told you. And it will be Cisco to kick it away. Again, I would not think they would kick it to Wilson, but we'll wait and see. They do kick it to Wilson. He'll get it on the bounce at about the 5. He's to the 10, to the 15, far side left to the 20. Turns the corner at the 25 and will be knocked down just short of the 30. Nice return of about 27, 28 yards. And TCA will have it 1st and 10.
It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line. Here you're going to see the kick. Takes it straight up the gut from the 5, veers to the left sideline, breaks through one tackle there, gets a good wall of blockers there, and good field position for TCA at the 28, 1st and 10.
Replays being brought to you by Wes Harris and the folks at State Farm. We appreciate their sponsorship along as we do all the other folks. Here to the near side will be Waller, the young freshman who's really had an impactful time the last few games for TCA. In the gun is Butler. Hands it off, and that's going to be Needham Goodwin. He plows his way literally across the 30 and will stretch forward to about the 32, a pickup of about 4, 2nd and 6.
TCA running a variation of the single wing formation here with a blocking back to the left this time. That was Keltner. Went off of Keltner's block. A good 4-yard pickup, 2nd and 6.
It's a short 6, to be honest with you. Got a little bit more than we thought. Goodwin will be Keltner's the up back, the blocking back. Butler, the quarterback. Goodwin to his right. 2 receivers, far side left toward the Jackson Christian band. Handoff, Goodwin bobble the ball, but stays with it and is able to scoot his way up to the 35. That was very dangerous. You'll see it on the replay stand. It looks like he bobbled as he got the handoff, a good clean handoff, but he just bobbles it. Watch this, and let's see if he does that. Yeah, he bobbled that ball and stayed with it, though. Great work by Jay Cashin and Mr. Robertson of the game, doing a great job with that. But it's going to be now 3rd and about 3.
Yeah, 3rd and a long 3, short, or long 2, short 3. Manageable situation for TCA. Haven't run left. I haven't run to the right yet. Expecting to come this way.
You get a different perspective right down here near the action, don't you, Stan?
You certainly do.
Here's the flip over here, and they're going to get Wilson and pin him in the backfield, and that is a great tackle. Outstanding tackle. That was Caleb Newsom, the linebacker, and he had nowhere to go, he being Wilson, and they stopped TCA well short. A loss of a couple of yards. It's back to the 32, and it's 4th. Now at about 5 or 6.
That's actually going to end up being a forward pass.
Yeah, it was
on the play.
A little flip, wasn't it?
But it lost about 3 yards.
Well, Goodwin will be back there, and he's going to punt it out of the short formation.
This always scares me with that short back.
Mosley will stand back there. A nice high punt, and it needs a TCA roll, and it gets a little bit of one. Now it gets a nice roll down at the 31-yard line. Back there to receive that was Mosley, and he well stayed away from it. So it's at the 31. Jackson Christian leads the game 7-0 after a 4-play, 57-yard drive to open up the game. And now they have it back, and the Lion defense has to answer.
Well, we're going to see now if TCA's made the proper adjustments here on this second drive. They went through this very quickly and efficiently on that initial drive of the ball game. We can't be able to do it. They've still 8.5 minutes to go in this first quarter.
I'm not trying to be funny, but they devoured that the way you did that hot dog Jay Cash and brought you before the ball game. Man, that's as quick as I've ever seen a human eat a hot dog. 31-yard line, 1st and 10. You know, I love you, Sander. I wouldn't say that. Here's Boykin, hands it off to the little guy. And Boyd's got some running room. Gets far side right. He's at the 40. He's at the 42, 43. They knock him out of bounds finally. And out there to knock him out of bounds for the Lions. Was that Palmer? Yes, it was. Palmer knocked him out of bounds along with others. Here's the replay. Stan just giving up too many yards each play, aren't we?
Yeah, we had a chance to get him right at the line of scrimmage, but just missed it, and he picks up 10 on the first down for let's
give Jake Wilson some credit there, too. He knocked him out of bounds. He got a first down up to the 41, almost 42.
Yeah, Boyd.
High snap to Boykin. Boykin hands it off, and that's running the ball again is Scott. He's across the 45 and is up near midfield, but they'll knock him down at about the 47, the Lions will. That's Wilson again on the stop. And the Lion defense back on their heels a little bit right now and trying to dig in here. That being Ben Davis, Finan, Stevens, Bass, Keltner, Palmer, Moore, Todd, Jones, Wilson, and Waller.
Pickup of 7 on the play. It's 2nd and short.
2nd and a long 3, short 4. Eagles right back to the line of scrimmage. Boykin hands it off this time. That's Mosley. Mosley's going to get here to the left.
That's a hold. That's a hold.
And he's going to go in. No, they get him. The Lions let him get loose, but he gets inside the 10, and there's a flag back here, and that should be a hold, and I think you're right.
It is absolutely coming back. It was a hold for about 10 yards.
You'll see it on the replay here. You'll get a good look at it, Stan. Describe it for the folks.
He's going to come around here, and you're going to see that hole right on your screen, right there in front of you. Drove him back 10 yards, and he couldn't even fight to get away. Waller just held for a good 10, 15 yards in that play.
Yeah, if he doesn't have his hands up on his jersey, it would be a legal block, but he was actually had both hands on his jersey and just driving him downfield. You're right.
And it's going to be a 10-yard spot. So
that's an easy call.
It's going to where are they going to put the ball at?
They'll mark it from the point of infraction.
Well,
still going to be a first down, but they'll have the ball at the 42-yard line of TCA.
You give him credit for a 7-yard row on that play.
They run 6 plays and love our Lions, but we have not shown the propensity to stop them yet. Ball at the 43, actually.
That's a big word.
1st and 10.
Propensity.
We're just trying to keep up with Jay here. Hashmart left, 2 receivers, far side right, tight end to the right. Here's the pass. That's out to Mosley. Mosley will turn the corner. He's at the 40, and will not too bad there. Not too much damage. We get him down at about the 36, and we covered that pretty well, we being TCA.
That is going to end up actually being a run. That was a lateral on that play.
Sure was, yeah.
So a very dangerous type play. He's going to get 2 carries for 14 yards.
Yeah, the reason I said that didn't do too much damage, I thought he was going to get more. Mosley here to the left, triples here to the near side. And it will be Boykin in the gun. Hands it. That's Scott again. Scott is able to power his way down near the 30. He's got another Jackson Christian first down.
6-yard pickup on the play. This young man's already got 32 yards on 3 carries. And what Jackson Christian's doing, they're just rotating backs in. They've already got Boyd with 34, Scott with 32, and Mosley with 14. So 66, 76, 80 yards of rushing offense already go along with 12 yards of passing.
He's came in tonight with 370 yards, and he's having a big night tonight. Scott Boykin drops back his first pass. Down here, a man wide open. Touchdown.
Oh.
That is caught by Walker Ray. A 30-yard strike. That caps off a, 69-yard drive. And that, a 30-yard pass. Boykin to the wide open, beautiful thrown ball. And Ray caught it and just went untouched in the end zone. And just like that, it's 13-0.
Ray, his second touchdown reception of the year, 6:27 to go. In our open quarter, TCA already digging themselves a hole, 13-0, pending the extra point here.
69-yard drive. Cisco in, booms it right through there. 14-0, 6:27 left in this first stanza. Lions have got to get something going back after this 30 on the TCA Football Network.
Over 7 years ago, God called Brandy Reagan into a new career as a realtor. 7+ years later, Brandy is a multi-million-dollar producer, broker, and owner of Reagan Realty Group. Brandy believes God will always give her what He wants her to have. Brandy loves helping clients find their dream homes, and she believes each and every home has a story to tell. So call Brandy today at 731-410-7700 and let her help tell your story. Go get 'em, Lions!
6:27 to go in our open quarter. It's been all Jackson Christian in this ball game. They're over 100 yards of offense already, and we're not even halfway through our first quarter. They've already got the 14-0 lead. TCA getting ready for their second drive of the ball game.
Good to see you, J. Lyle Smith, our good buddy here, right to our left. He and his lovely wife right down from us. His grandson, Will Allen, starting tonight, and back from injuries. Well, Cisco to boom it out there again. More people have come into the stadium. Some people coming in have missed the first two touchdowns. A couple of people just coming in. We're amongst the TCA faithful here, right in the visitor side. Here's a high kick, and that's going to be Jones over there at about the 10. Jones, 15, 20, 25, and they knock him out of bounds right in front of the student section, which goes, well, they liked it. Let me just put it that way. At the 30-yard line, they'll mark it there. A little hard for us every once in a while to see some of the line markers here because we're only about, about 12 rows up here?
Yeah, it's still a nice return of 21 yards.
I like this vantage point, though, you know?
Actually, we didn't get as nice a mark as I thought. It's going to end up being a 18-yard return.
Yeah, he got only to the 28, didn't he?
Yep.
Well, the Lions need something going offensively, to say the least. 28-yard line, we're down 14-0, 6:21 in the first. Temperatures dipping down to the mid-50s here in just a few minutes.
It's going to be in the maybe in the high 40s when we get out here tonight.
It sure is, yes. Nice day today, sunny, breezy though. Handoff.
Oh, big hole.
Big hole. He's to the 30, to the 35, and they sim him around. And making the stop that time was Chance King, but not before Needham Goodwin gets the first down of the game.
Once you watch this replay, look at the defensive end there. Bull rushes in. We were able to just drive him out, and we run right through where that bull rush was at for the – actually, it's going to be a 9-yard gain, second and short.
That's a nice block by Chase Finan. He really did a good job there that time, the junior, 5'8", 220. He's had a good year. Well, in the gun is Cade Butler again. Hands it off, and that's Goodwin again. Goodwin is grabbed back there in the backfield. I'm not sure. I don't think he made it. Let's wait and see.
Going to be very, very close.
Flips the ball to the official here.
No, he didn't make it.
He did not make it. He's just short about the length of a football, maybe 2 footballs.
Well,
and it's going to be 3rd and short. Well, Stan, you hate to say it this early, this is a big play, but obviously it is. You just can't give them the ball back. Already down 14-0.
Speaking of big things, look at the nose guard for Jackson Christian, 370 pounds.
He's a big boy, no doubt about it. Butler getting the play call from his dad and Michael Mancini, the offensive coordinator. High snap. They give it off in a big hole. That's a first down. 40, 42, 43. The Lions convert on the 3rd and short, and they give it to Goodwin, who's had a great year.
7-yard pickup and our first West Harris State Farm first down. Where you're going to see Nash, their fullback, overplayed that, charge in hard, and we were able to blow right by him. That's what happens when you over-pursue and still waiting for the play to come to you.
He's a really good linebacker, though, isn't he? He has been offered by Rhodes and Millsaps. Martin, I think, touched base with him this week. One of the leading tacklers in the entire state. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Lions. Snap back there to Butler, hands it off to Goodwin. He's the workhorse, nothing there at all. They push him right back. And a big push back that time by Carson McKee. And he gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Yeah, tough going there.
Hard to run tackle to tackle against that big nose guard. That's a big guy, number 79, Brandon Bennett, 6'1", 370.
7 carries, 34 yards for Needham Goodwin on the play. Yeah, you can get away with running straight at him a little bit, but you don't have to worry about him pursuing too much.
You could put me and Jay together and we wouldn't go 370, I don't think. Well, I know we wouldn't. Maybe 270 to get combined. maybe 300. Here's Goodwin. Goodwin drops, wants to throw and make it Butler. Butler over the middle. It is caught! And a nice catch inside the 40. And there he is again, ladies and gentlemen. Braden Waller, that freshman, and he's going to be a great one. He's already a good one. And a nice pass by Cade Butler.
19 yards on the pickup, as you're going to see here. Just a good toss right down the middle of the field. Nice catch. And a State Farm first down, TCA Lions.
Waller didn't play early in the year, but stand much, but he's in double digits with receptions now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's coming on strong. He's now got 80 yards on 7 receptions.
Yeah, I thought he was even over that. Here's a handoff to Jake the Snake. He dances back there, and you just can't dance this much. Looking for a hole, and there just wasn't one. I'm not being critical of him. There just wasn't one there. It is Nash on the stop with others.
You can't run straight up the gut against a house.
Sure can't.
It's hard to move. We're going to take angles on him, run off tackle, but the A gap is going to be a hard hole to hit tonight because you just can't move him.
Number 70, Smith, is right next to him. He's over 200, and he looks small next to him.
Yeah.
15 on the play clock, 2:56 game clock. First quarter, 2nd and 12. That's a loss of 2 yards.
Blitz.
Butler drops back. Butler throws over the middle, open, and that is caught. And a nice catch, and not much there, but getting a little bit more than what I thought. John Mark Willard, the kicker, and he's inside the 35 and scoots his way down to about the 33. He picks up the yards TCA lost, and about 5 more. He picked up almost 7 yards, Stan.
Yep. Good catch. Yep. And
nice, good throw.
Yeah, has done a great job coming over from the soccer team and has turned into a nice little receiver that's doing well for TCA.
Speaking of soccer, I saw former Bethel standout Chris Baker, the coach. And, boy, that soccer squad had a great year, didn't they?
Yep.
Went right down to the tilt before they lost 1-0 the other day. Butler in the gun. They come at him with pressure. He throws it out here, and he had to throw it quicker than he wanted to, and he misfired that time. Wilson was open. They had a couple people out there on him, but I take my chances with Wilson out there. 2-down territory, and it's going to be 4th at about 5, almost 6 yards.
Probably the wise decision. That ball was not caught. He wasn't going to gain a whole while on that play. 2:04 ago.
Probably not, Stan, but, he's so elusive. I take my chances out there with him, though,
Yeah, but
I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
though.
But he did have to get rid of it a little bit early. Saw a little heat
that's
coming.
the pressure on him. Sure did.
And still got a hand on it.
4th and almost 6. A long 5, short 6. Butler has Goodwin to his left. Big play. Or Wilson actually to his left. Throws over the middle, and it's caught.
Wow.
And it's caught, and he dropped it.
Incomplete.
And they say incomplete. Let's wait and see. Incomplete. Boy, that was a big hit. We'll see it on the replay.
Yeah, we're going to see.
That's a nice throw.
Coach is not real happy on that. For some reason, get back there. Good throw, patient. And that's incomplete pass.
Yeah, it's incomplete. Yep, no doubt.
That's what Coach was unhappy about, that it was dropped on the play. But, a good tackle on the play, jarred the ball loose and saved a first down.
Well, Grandma and Granddaddy's here tonight, and they got to be happy the way Cade's throwing that ball right now, though. Well, they take over. Jackson Christian does at their 33. They started at their 43, scored. Started at their 28 and scored. And now they're at their 33. Actually, they started at their 31 and scored. 69-yard drive. Here's Mosley, the halfback pass, got a man wide open. And it's caught. Oh, he almost bobbled it, and it's caught. He probably was going to score, he being Cantrell, if he doesn't bobble it. But Todd got back there and kept him from scoring. But a big play here. The halfback pass. Boykin, you'll see it here, gives it to Mosley. And watch him bobble this thing. Stuck with it, almost dropped it 3 times. And then Todd was able to keep him from scoring. But Jackson Christian is inside the 25 at the 23 TCA yard line.
Who caught that again, Dave?
That was caught that time by Boyd. Caught by Cantrell, number 2.
Okay.
Boykin in the gun, hands it to the little guy Boyd, and Boyd Bass covers him up and swipes him right down to the field.
That's what we got to do on that young man. You got to contain him, keep him inside, and not let him bust out.
Watch this play by Bass, and then also there was Goodwin. But watch Bass. Look at that play there.
A good job. Pursuit from the backside. They pull a couple of guards. Great pursuit from the backside. We also had front side containment. That play was going nowhere. That's the way you get it done.
That's a loss of 2 yards back to the 25. 2nd and 12. Mosley to the right of Boykin. Little Boyd to the left. The very dangerous Cantrell here to the left. They hand it off to Boyd. He stumbles and doesn't get much. And the Lions stop him as he crosses the 25 and may have got a yard, if that. I don't think he got that.
Yep. I don't see that stick moving any, Diamond.
And Boyd's a little slow to get up. He's little man.
Yeah, he's. You're going to see him. He's got a little bit of a problem. He's going to come off the field. That could be a game changer.
Yeah.
He came into this game averaging 6.5 yards a carry, 949 yards, 32 yards already on the night on 5 carries.
5'3", 145, soaking wet. Ball just inside the 25. Maybe got a length of the football. It's third. They're probably in 2-down territory. Cantrell to the right. Got to watch him. Boykin sends Mosley here to the left. And he has to his right now. That's going to be
a new quarterback.
That is a new quarterback, and that's caught. And that thrown that time. No, that's Boykin still in there, number 12.
Okay.
He threw it and is caught down for the first down. And let's see where he caught that ball, Stan.
About short. Might be short.
Nope, he got it by about a yard, I think.
Okay.
It's going to be from the 25, and that ball's more than they're going to move it down, Stan. Let's see where they're going to mark it. We're down to 7 seconds in the quarter, and things will switch as they move it down to about the 14?
Ball, well, they haven't marked it yet. It's going to be inside the 10.
Yeah, it is. Well, right outside the 10 at the 11. They can get a first down without scoring. That's the end of the first quarter. Well, the Eagles are flying high. They lead 14-0, and they're knocking on the door, and this time it will be to our right. When we come back, Lions need a turnover. Lions need a stop. We need to take a break. Back after this on the TCA Football Network.
Football looks fun. I bet I would have been great at it. The first football playing Deer, they would have made a movie about me and everything. Probably get Kurt Russell to play me. But alas, me and my dreams run right over again.
For fast, reliable collision repair, trust the experts at Mitchell's Body Shop. And get back out there.
Well, Diamond Dave, Jackson Christian using the halfback option pass there. Little trickery to gain some big yards. And now as we get ready for second quarter action, they lead 14-0, and they are threatening with the ball at the 11-yard line.
Well, Stan, you talked about it. You hit it on the head in the countdown to kickoff. You cannot allow this bunch. They're very, very talented, very line play, no doubt, linebackers, defensive secondary, line play on both sides, but their big play capability has been huge for them all year. And
it certainly has.
Showed there again, didn't it?
Now they're going to show formation-wise. You're going to be able to take a good guess of which way they're going. Best guess is they're going – I'm going wide side of the field if it was me and they got Mosley set up to take that handoff and go wide side.
I think they go to Scott and let them block for him. He's to the left to Boykin. No, they give it to Scott, but he comes right. Now, boy, he's hit hard. He hit the 10, and he was nailed by Keltner and Todd.
Did a good job, Diz Keltner, here on the replay. You're going to watch it. They send Mosley in motion to try to draw some people away.
Yeah, excuse me.
And then we come right back, but great penetration. But look at him come from that linebacker position. Bam! Not much there.
Will Keltner can play, folks. He is an outstanding athlete, both football, basketball, anything he wants to do. He's very, very good, no doubt. The 6', 215 linebacker, running back, you name it. Here's Boykin, high snap on the quarterback keeper. That's a draw play by the quarterback. And he scoots inside the 10, down near the 5.
Nice misdirection play there. Boykin does not run a lot here. They cross the running backs here, and it confuses me a little bit, and he just takes it. Good push by the running backs, goes between the center and the right guard, and gets right around to the 5, maybe down to the 4.
That's a really good block by number 42. I don't have a 42, and he really did a good job. Really got a nice message from Gina, Will's mom today, and yesterday actually. Appreciate that. Nice comments. And now what do we have? We have a flag, I think. I thought someone jumped. And was it illegal motion or was it on TCA? And Boykin, the quarterback, limping a little bit back there.
Yep. You've got Boyd already limping a little bit, and the quarterback it's against TCA. Half the distance to the goal.
Half the distance, that's going to be a first down. Well, I don't know. Let's wait and see. It was at the 6, I think.
So it's going to go to the 3.
To the 3. So they can actually score. They can actually get a first down without scoring, I think. They can get to near the 1, between the 1 and 2. Well, here is Boykin back there again in the shotgun. 3 wideouts far side left, but they're going to give it to Scott. He's going to move his way into the end zone. It is a touchdown, Jackson Christian. Well, Scott scores again. That's his second touchdown rush of the night, and that coming at the 10:32 mark. And Stan, that capped off a 67-yard drive.
They just go off the right side. Lead running back is a blocker there. Good job by the right guard and the right tackle, blowing their men back. Easy 6.
So the lead grows for Jackson Christian. And the Eagles have had their way thus far. Lions had something going, but just could not keep it going a moment ago. The kick by Cisco is good. That thing went to the parking lot almost. I think it did. 21-0. Jackson Christian with 10:32 in the second stanza, back up to this 30 on the TCA Football Network.
At McCoy's Heating and Air, we realize there are more than enough things to worry about on a day-to-day basis. With our new 10-year all-inclusive package, your home comfort doesn't have to be one of them. For one low monthly payment, you can purchase a brand new York unit with full maintenance and repair coverage for 10 years with approved credit. No hassle, no stress, just complete coverage for your comfort and convenience. Contact McCoy's Heating and Air at 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com to schedule your free new AC estimate today.
Third verse, same as the first. They get a touchdown, 21-0.
Yeah, Christy Timms is like yours truly. I'm sure she will get tired of that fight song they're playing across the way. And Alabama and Tennessee tomorrow night, and she is crimson, no doubt, through and through. And good for her.
That could get ugly.
I did not realize that Jackson Christian had adopted that as their fight song.
I don't know if
there are so many other great songs out there.
I don't know if they've adopted it as their fight song, but that gets the crowd going.
I'll be quiet. I still want to do the games. It's 21-0.
Well, playing the Tennessee song does get. Miss Christie didn't like that song.
No, I know that, but I don't want to make the other folks mad.
You don't want to be a target.
I'm not going to throw it out there. You know what I'm saying? Throw it out there. I'm not going to do that anymore.
You always let us know when the UK song plays.
Jay, I'm not going to throw anything. You know what I mean? Nothing. Literally or figuratively. Here's the kick. Jay said, I got it. Wilson at the goal line. Well, actually about the 2. He's to the 15, to the 20, looking for they had a nice return, but a lot of dancing and not many yards, but credit the young man with his great effort. 22-yard line, 1st and 10. Stan, they started at the 43, scored 57-yard drive. They started at their, 31, 69-yard drive, and then that was a 33-yard drive a moment ago. 67 yards. TCA's not had great field position except that one thrust we had down a moment ago when we turned it over on 4 downs.
Should have been a mouthpiece violation. Kicker was not properly ready to go when that play started.
Did not know that.
I saw it dangling out.
They're in the pistol with Goodwin behind Cade Boyd. He gives it to Goodwin. Butler does. And, boy, look at that kid's a competitor. Goodwin, they had him pinned in the backfield, and he still is able to elude the would-be tacklers and move up to about the 27-yard line.
Good job. You saw the nose guard really pushing our center back, but we blew right by that, breaking tackles and getting a good chunk of yards, about 7 on that play.
You know, he's the bigger version of Hank Miller, isn't he?
The hammering one.
The hammer. Remember how he ran during the
yep.
You saw him. I saw him a couple of games. You saw him every game, hammering Hank. He would refuse to go down.
He likes to hit on defense, too.
I bet. He's going to be a good one, no doubt. Here's Butler in the backfield. They get him back there. Now they're going to sack him. And they'll sack him all the way back at about the 25-yard line.
Well, they come on a blitz package there, and you're going to see it here.
22-yard line, actually.
Yeah, outside blitz there. Pressured. He stepped up in the pocket and then looked to throw again. Should have just tucked that one, tried to get all you could, but he evaded the first one, tried to set up the throw again when the proper thing to do has just been tuck it and get what little you can.
We appreciate Gail Presley bringing us the cough drops earlier. We have the Arnolds. Leanne, I'm sure her mom and dad are listening, my around-the-corner neighbors in the Steeplechase neighborhood. Butler out there, throws it out here to Waller, and Waller's hit pretty quickly, and he gets up near the 30. And going to be a little short of the first down. We had to get to the 32, Stan. Waller, his 3rd catch of the night. Is that right, Stan?
Second.
All right, 28-yard line. It's going to be fourth down? I thought
Yeah.
that was third. Excuse me. It's fourth down and about 2 or 3. And Goodwin's got to punt it again. And, boy, you don't want to give it to him again. They already leave. Jackson Christian does 21-0. Mosley stands back near his 40. It sails into the night air and very high, but very short. Now it gets a great TCA roll.
Boy, that one.
Goodwin got more out of that than he probably deserved. He'll tell you that, but we'll take it. 39-yard line. That thing went straight up in the air into the mist up there with the smoke. I guess that's from the grills, and it's down to about the 39. Make it 40-yard line, 1st and 10.
33 yards on the kick, and here comes the Jackson Christian offense. Back on the field, 8:15 to go in our first half of play, 21-0. Jackson Christian fans, don't forget at the half, we're going to talk to the defensive coordinator for the Pittsburgh Steelers, John Keith Butler, at the half.
John Keith, I remember at Memphis and then in Seattle, All-Pro, All-American, All-Pro, now outstanding, one of the best coordinators, one of the best coaches in the NFL. He's going to join Stan at halftime. Boykin in that gun. High snap, pulls it down, throws, got a man down there, and overshoots the would-be receiver, that
Mosley.
being Cantrell. Wilson was defending that time. That wasn't Cantrell.
It was
Mosley.
Mosley.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Mosley, when he catches the ball, he's averaging over 22 yards per reception. He was open. It was just a little bit overthrown, 2nd down.
21-0. Jackson Christian again from their own 40. 2nd down now and 10. Here's the handoff, and coming right at us will be the running back. Shreds off a couple of would-be tacklers. Midfield, 45 down to the 40. And running that football is Cooper Banky. And he gets another big play for the Eagles. And they're rolling right now, leading 21-0. And they have it in TCA territory at the 42-yard line.
So Banky getting in the ball game and producing some big yards early. Another 1st down for Jackson Christian as the clock now under 8 minutes to go.
55 degrees here at Ronnie Fowler Stadium on the campus of Jackson Christian. And it will be little Boyd back in there, and he comes to about the numbers of Boykin, tells him what the coach wants. And Boykin's going to keep it, and the big quarterback will get inside the 40 and will lean his way. His big frame, 6 foot plus. He'll lean inside the 35. The 40, and he'll be down near the 35 at about the 36-yard line. A pickup of about 6. Make it 5, 2nd and 5.
Did a good job, just lowered his head and bulled his way in for some big yards. Big, strong kid. And just something else. We haven't seen that all year out of that young man. The paper, the stats don't show it, but he's doing it tonight against us.
6'2", 200. Boyd to his left. Puts a man in motion. Now he'll keep it. No, he's going to hand it off. And a little misdirection that time. And not much there for Cooper Banky as the Lions pounce on him there and stop him after the short gain, maybe of a yard.
Yeah, maybe a yard by Banky, number 13.
3rd and about, well, no, they put it right back down the chain, right where it was. No gain at all. 3rd and a good 4, almost 5.
Well, it's two down territory for them. Kicking a field goal, if you want to think ahead, might be good from 40 yards out. Is about his range.
We're amongst our friends here from TCA. In the crowd here on the visitor side. Hand off, Banky again, trying to get far side left. Little Boyd does a good job.
Nice play.
Oh, nice play. That was a nice little block, but Boyd Goodwin came up and said, we're not having any of that, and he stopped him all the way back there.
Boy, look at this replay here. They're going to get a great block on the play there.
Yeah, little Boyd, but watch Needham Goodwin here.
But, yeah, came in.
No, that's Wilson.
In from the free safety position, held on long enough, and then Ben Davis comes in to finish the play. They're going for it, 4th and 3. You knew they would. It would be a 52-yard field goal, and that's going to be out of his range. So they're going to go for a big play here. I'm going to Boyd and let the little guy create.
Literally to stay in the game, I think, right now, standing out. Jackson Christian wants to talk about it. Timeout on the field. 21-0, 4th and 3 from the TCA 35. When we come back, this is a 30-second message, and you're listening and watching on the TCA Football Network.
Hello, folks. This is Gary Deaton, right here at Deaton's Carpet One. I want to let you know we've been in business for 48 years. Here's what I believe has made the difference. Our lifetime labor warranty on everything we install. Our healthy living installations, bacteria and germs cannot survive in our new flooring. Our beautiful guarantee, if you don't just love it, we'll replace it. It will make your flooring experience priceless. We're located on Freedom Highway, 1000 Highway 45 bypass in good old Jackson, Tennessee.
Well, Diamond Dave, Johnny Williams check in. He likes us being on the visitor's side. Says we're a lot closer to the action.
Yeah, we are. We're right on top of it, to be honest with you.
He says he can reach through his TV screen and make a tackle himself.
You talk about a legend, Johnny boy, I'm telling you what. One of the great ones of all time. Little Boyd, he's got the first down, and he has more as he's able to move his way down near the 25-yard line. Going to mark him down to about the 21 or 2, I think, and Stan, watch this explosive little guy with the big guys in front of him. A nice lead block there by Wyatt Jones.
We had a hand on him early, but missed tackle, and he gets the first down.
We've got an eagle down across the way over there as well. Hope he's all right. Say a little prayer for him. One of the big linemen. Slow to get up. And that's big number 74. That is Austin Childress, 6 foot 240. They've got some big guys, don't they?
They have got large ones. The ones we talked about earlier, one kid 370, another 380. It's like, good Lord, what are they feeding them? I don't want to buy. I don't want to pay for that grocery bill.
Ball will be at the 22-yard line. 1st and 10 Eagles. Big conversion there on the 4th down play. Boyd to the left of Boykin. Slot right, receiver right. Give it to Boyd. Boyd's hit, bounces off a couple people. Gets a couple yards, maybe inside the 20 to about the 19, and that's it. Nice play there. Keltner in on the stop. Wilson on the stop. Also Palmer there.
Yeah, he's going to pick up 2 on the play.
Here you see pretty good defense for the Lions here, Stan, stopping him.
Good initial push, and then Boyd just does a great job churning to make something out of nothing.
Bass and one of the Eagles having a little get together there after it was all over. 19-yard line.
You think there might be a few words in Christmas greetings exchanged during the course of this game?
Might be. There's a lot of respect between the two programs, but not a lot of love between this bunch and TCA or USJ. All the rivals here. They put Mosley in motion, flip it back to him. He circles back, and he'll scoot out of bounds across the way. And you see Ole Miss. That's the Ole Miss play. That's a Lane Kiffin play. Watch this when he comes to the right, and then he circles back behind everybody.
Looks like he doesn't know where he's going.
Well, that's a design play. I think they looked at the Kiffin playbook, to be honest with you. Like him or not, that guy's a genius when it comes to offense.
But there was laundry on the field, and
on the Eagles.
It's against them. The one market you can make against this JCS ball club, when TCA plays, they have a tendency to get the hankies dropped on them. Jackson Christian has that same issue as well.
It will be back at the 30-yard line, whether it's an intense rivalry. The kids, a lot of them know each other. Parents know each other.
Neighbors.
The proximity, the neighbors, yeah. Signs in maybe 1 yard, TCA, and another in the next yard, Jackson Christian. Boykin drops back. Boykin wants to throw a bullet, and it's a nice catch. Boy, what a nice catch. Is that Mosley? I think he caught it, yep. And he's inside the 20-yard line, down near the 15. Let's see where they mark it. That may be near the 10. We don't have a really good angle there. Here it is. That's a bullet. Man, a little wobbler there at the end, but he really zinged it down there, and it was Todd coming up to grab him and others helping, and it's going to be a first. No, it's third down. Third and short.
Third and about 4 or so, maybe 3.
2 down territory, I would think, with a 21-0 lead. They could go for the field goal. He certainly got the leg, Cisco.
Cantrell back in there at the running back spot.
Here's Boykin. Boykin in that gun, and he gives it to Cantrell. Cantrell explodes right at the line of scrimmage, and the Lions, they'll get there and do a good job. And let's see, untangling the bodies there.
Who's at the bottom of that pile?
Well, Palmer was one of those guys, and then the guy to get up. We'll see another play. Jay doing a great job of the replay.
Kind of a stalemate there between the linemen on that play.
Yep.
Ran into the proverbial brick wall.
That was a hit right there, wasn't it?
There's a little.
The ball is at the 15, and they have to get to the 12. It's
4th and 3.
4th and 3. Well, they converted. Jackson Christian did on a big 4th down play earlier in this drive.
Boy, a stop here would be gold.
Got to stop him. Boykin looks. Boykin throws. And incomplete. Too high on the pass. Let that one get away from him a little bit. Had the guy open, it would have been a first down. And the Lion defense holds.
I don't know if we're going to get a replay or not, but you're going to watch this play. Had a man open there. He's looking straight at him the whole time. That ball just sailed on him.
Yeah, that would have been a first down, too.
Well, it's like, the viewer at home was right behind that
Sure
play.
was, yeah.
That's the beauty of this camera angle.
Johnny Williams probably loved that. You talk about a lot of plays called by a coach. He called a lot of them, and most of them were successful through the years.
Somebody's getting chilly.
Yeah, Jay, I'm the oldest guy here, and look, look at here. I have less clothes on than any of you. I'm about to get this jacket on, though. The North Face is about to go on, folks.
Well, the TCA defense bends, and they do hold. We got $1:51 to go to make some hay.
Almost halftime. We haven't said hello to Lois and Ralphie, have we?
Yeah, they're watching the game.
Here is Butler rolling, throwing, incomplete. Through that. And, boy, great coverage by Jackson Christian. You'll see the replay here. Wouldn't have gone anywhere if he caught it. I think Todd was the intended receiver.
Just going to take the ball and try a little roll out to the right in the flats.
This kid's going to be a really good quarterback, though. He's just a freshman.
Jackson
remember?
Christian had that defended well.
He really did.
And he could have pulled up a little bit.
Yeah.
But
well, it's going to be 2nd down and 10. The ball on the 15.
TCA's been a little bit more effective when they've gone north and south with the running game.
TCA's got their legs and their feet up from them a little bit better now after that stop.
Yeah.
Need a big play here.
We're hitting a little bit now finally.
Goodwin has the handoff, looks for a hole, comes here to the near side. Going to run out of real estate, but he really does a good job getting up near the 30-yard line.
You're going to see here
25. That's going to be close, I think, to the first down.
$1:33 and counting. Look, it's going to come right in your living room. Goes inside, sees the hole outside, and does a good job there of getting – it is a first down, 11-yard pickup for Needham Goodwin.
You see Waller out there as a receiver. You love those receivers that will sacrifice and get a block. Michael Mancini has to love that.
And that was, of course, a West Harris State Farm first down.
That's a pickup up to the 26. An 11-yard gain and one that TCA desperately needed. Hand off Goodwin this time again. He breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle.
Oh, big
and moves his way up to the 35-yard line. Well, a nice hit by Jackson Christian. There's Tacker Nash with a nice tackle. He doesn't miss many. But, boy, what a nice run by Goodwin here. Breaks that tackle right there. Look at that. That's power.
So TCA starting to rip off some runs here of size. Who was it that came in on the finish there?
Poor tackling. That was Nash there.
Nash had it initially, but big number was the 80 with the finish on the play. Second and short.
Chance King. You know, the would-be tackler, you can't – one of the things coaches teach you is not to tackle up top. You got to hit them around the midsection or around the knees. Butler drops, wants to throw, and now pushed out of the pocket.
Lost yards.
He loses yardage, and he's hit at the 36 and dropped there. 31.
Gonna be. They got back to the line of scrimmage. No. They have not moved the. They're a little slow moving the down markers here.
21-0, and TCA may just let this clock run down and take one last play.
No, we're not going to do it.
Just going to let it run down, and that's going to end your first half. Your score at halftime: Jackson Christian 21. The Lions of TCA nothing. We'll take a 2-minute break. Back with a very special halftime guest, stats, scoring recap, and more. Stay with us. A 2-minute break on the TCA Football Network.
Buying a car is all about you. In person, over the phone, or online, we make it simple and easy. Our place is yours, no matter where you live. LonnieCobbFord.com or Lonnie Cobb Ford in Henderson, where cars really are cheaper in the country.
Welcome to Mann's Wrecker Service. We offer a wide array of services. We are dedicated towing professionals, experienced in both simple and complicated towing services. We offer light and heavy-duty off-road recovery, auto and heavy-duty towing, load shift and load transfer capabilities, and much more. We are equipped to handle any situation, no matter how big or how small. Call today at 731-424-2173.
Hello, I'm Chad P. Wilson with Foundation Bank, a family-owned community bank here in West Tennessee. You know, home buying can be a long and confusing process, especially in today's market. Well, our Home Sweet Home Loan program offers incredibly competitive rates and allows you to keep your loan local throughout the entire life of the loan. So start your financial conversation with us today by visiting foundationbank.org or calling us on the number on the screen. In the meantime, go Lions! McKinsey Banking Company and Foundation Bank are an equal housing lender and member FDIC.
Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank has assembled an all-star staff with decades of experience in the Jackson and West Tennessee markets. Our top priority is listening to your goals and dreams, helping you develop a plan to achieve them. Benefit from our more than 100 years of experience. Visit us at Thompson Farms or give us a call. West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
And welcome back to Jackson Christian School. My name's Stan Gerard. At the half, it's Jackson Christian leading TCA 21-0. Jackson Christian scoring on their first 3 possessions of the night. The TCA defense started to steady up a little bit. TCA starting to find their sea legs a little bit, moving the football. But we're going to have to do a whole lot more of that.
Oh, yeah.
This is a very good football team. And folks, a very big honor for myself. We've got the defensive coordinator for the Pittsburgh Steelers, John Keith Butler, for our annual interview.
Yeah.
Coach, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good. Glad to get down here and watch Blake coach and watch my grandsons play.
Yeah.
And, get a chance to see them and see what's going on.
Well, let's start off. Cade's starting the quarterback.
Yeah.
You a little bit nervous back there? You a little bit nervous when the heat's on?
I think he'll learn to deal with that. I think most quarterbacks have to learn to deal with that, and he's thrown some good balls.
Yeah.
He's done a pretty good job. They sacked him a couple times. They're putting heat on him a little bit, but they're coming back. They're playing better. This ball club is a pretty good ball club that they're playing, and they're starting to respond to their.
I've been impressed with Cade tonight. When he throws the ball downfield,
right.
He's throwing with confidence.
Yes, he is.
And that's what you need to do for the youngster.
Right, and they're playing off of him a little bit. They're putting their post safety pretty deep in the field, so he's giving them some room underneath, and he's got a chance to throw him the ball or throw different people the ball. And I think if his confidence go up, this could be the best thing for him.
Well, Coach, let's shift gears a little bit. The Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yes, sir.
We have Roethlisberger this year. The last time we talked, he was unavailable. Your team playing fairly well this year to start the season.
Yeah, well, we're 3-3, Stan, and we were 2-3 before we played Seattle the other night, and that was a good ball game for us. Very, very tight ball game. We got some young guys on the offensive line, and the guys that we got on defense, we've had them for a while. We've had some injuries though. Stephon Tuitt, we lost him. We lost Tyson Alu. Both those guys are on our defensive line, and they were big for us. Cam Hayward has really played well for us, and he's kind of took up the mantle since we lost those 2 guys right there. We've had some youngsters come in and do a good job for us on the defensive line. Hopefully we can get better as we go. We started a young cornerback named James Pierre. He got taught a lesson or 2 early in the season, so hopefully he'll learn from it, and hopefully we'll get better.
Coach, of course, we had that game last week in Seattle. Right. Went back to where you started your NFL career.
Yes.
You went home last week.
Well, we played them in Pittsburgh.
Oh, it was in Pittsburgh?
Yeah,
Why does I want to think it was in Seattle for some reason?
Hey, that's a long flight, man. That's a long way to go to play.
And I remember watching that ball game. I go, that's in Seattle.
Yeah.
And then I saw that's right. I saw the aerial shot later. Yeah. I go, oh, that's Hines.
Yeah, Hines Field. But it was. I mean, it's always fun to play your formal team, and they're a good football team. They lost Russell Wilson. They came back with another guy who's been in the league for a while, and they did a good job. They stayed in there tight with us. It ended up being a defensive game at the end, and our guys came along for us.
Well, Coach, I know one of the last time we talked, I asked you, who are the young hot shots in the league? Who are the players that we should look for? And you said the name Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
And that's certainly panned out.
Right.
We ask you the same question. Who are the youngsters that are impressing you this year in the NFL?
Oh, there's so many. It's hard for me to say one in particular. But the guys that are playing well, I like the guy on our team. I like Najee Harris. He's a good football player. That guy can. He's a big running back. He's smart. He can catch the ball. I think he's going to be a good football player in this league.
And that's going to really get, big, strong kid, runs hard.
Right.
That feeds right into the traditional Pittsburgh Steelers running game.
Right. And the thing about it is, our guys know this. If we play good defense and we got a good running game, then we got a chance to get in the playoffs. It's going to be tight. All the games in the National Football League, very rare do you see anybody get blown out. It's always a 3-point game, or it's a 4-point game, or maybe a 7-point game, but not much more than that. Everybody's keeping it pretty close to the vest, and it's tight. And it's going to be interesting to see who gets in the playoffs this year and who gets to go to the Super Bowl, all that stuff.
Coach, we would be remiss. Of course, you played I don't want to say what year, but you're familiar. You played against the legendary Ray Guy back in the day. And I say that to a roundabout way. Of course, you brought your lovely, beautiful bride with you.
Yeah.
You way outkicked your coverage on it. I saw a picture from your wedding day.
Yeah.
Beautiful then. If there's a woman that could have gotten more beautiful, your wife has gotten more beautiful through the years. I think you agree. You're a blessed man.
Yeah, I am. And she's done a wonderful job with our sons. And in terms of raising a family, a coach's wife has a real chore. And I was gone most of the time. All our boys are 2 years apart. So when they were growing up and playing high school football and playing college football, I didn't get a chance to.
You had to watch it on film.
Yeah, that's when I got a chance to see them, and they didn't like me doing that because I could critique what they were doing, So it was a good time. Janet got to go around and see them play just about everywhere. Of course, Blake went to Memphis, my alma mater, and got a chance to play there. I got the chance to see him play once or twice, I think, in a bye week. It was a while back, but we've had a good time. I mean, Stan, we got a chance to go to 2 Super Bowls. Well, we got a chance to go 3 Super Bowls really, and won 2 of them. And everybody says, how much longer are you going to coach and stuff like that? I'm 65 years old.
I'm right behind you, 59.
Yeah. Well, the thing about it is, I've got 2 Super Bowl rings and 3 sons. So how do you divvy that up? So
you need one more giveaway.
Yes, sir. I do. I need one more.
Well, Coach, one of the things I like about you, of course, we're friends on Facebook. And I see a lot of the stuff that you post, and it's all very family and family orientated and. Towards our Lord, where we should all be.
Right.
And to me, that seemed like it's so hard to. You don't see a lot of that in the NFL. And you're one of those cats that, you put Jesus out front, and that's the way it should be.
Right. There's a lot of guys in the league that are believers, and a lot of good people in the National Football League. There are very few bad guys. Most of the time you get weeded out before you make it to that position, and I think the NFL tries to do a good job in making sure that we don't have guys that are bad guys. Most of the guys are good people. I've been fortunate enough to coach a bunch of good people. I've been fortunate enough to work for a couple of great coaches, head coaches. Well, not only there but in Cleveland too. So.
Talk about your current boss.
Mike Tomlin. Yeah, Mike. The first time I met Mike, we were both coaching at the University of Memphis, and Mike was a GA for us at the time, and he found out I played in the NFL and all that stuff, and that guy got right on my hip and started asking me about this, what about that, what about this as National Football League, what do you think about this guy, what do you think about that guy? He was so very, very interested in the National Football League at that point in time. And then my plan was to really stay at Memphis and throughout my coaching career. The thing I didn't like about the coaching career or coaching part of it is he moved all the time.
You're nomadic.
And I got 3 sons, and picking them up and taking us where we went and stuff like that. I really didn't want to do that, and so my mind was to stay at Memphis And then Mike came through there, and another guy named Randy Fietner came through there. They both went to Arkansas State, and we're coaching at Arkansas State. And Mike called me up and says, man, you need to come over here. You need to come over here and be the defense coordinator. Rip ain't going to never make you a defense coordinator, all that stuff. Rip Shear was the head coach at the time. And so he talked me into leaving. I went to Arkansas State, and then I left Arkansas State and went to Cleveland. When I went to Cleveland, what I did was I got Mike an internship at Cleveland. And he was coaching college ball still. He hadn't been in the pro game yet. And so after he'd been there with us, then Tony Dungy hired him down at Tampa Bay. And a great guy to hire. Tony Dungy.
He's one of the good guys.
Yes, sir. He couldn't got a better job than Tony Dungy, coaching him, because he's such a good Christian man. But he's an excellent football coach too.
Mm-hmm.
So that was big. And then he called me up when Bill was retiring, and he says, "Hey, I don't know, but I think I'm a token on this, but I'm going to interview for the job." And I said, "Hey, man, you do a good job, and you might get hired." And he did a good job.
Mm-hmm.
He did a real good job, and he got hired. And he's been hired there. He's been there ever since. And he's been a good coach.
I like the way he's very level-headed in his responses, because you get some really dumb questions from the media, especially in the big cities, and let's face it, some of these beat writers in the NFL, but he's very even-keeled, very level-headed about things, and very even-tempered, not too high, not too low. The kind of guy you want as a head coach.
Right. And one of his favorite sayings, it, of course, comes from the Bible, is iron sharpens iron. And he's done that with me as a coach. He's helped me a lot as a coach. Being the head coach, he gets mad sometimes, and he sharpens me, and I sharpen him a little bit. But he's a good football coach, has been for a while. I've enjoyed working with him, and hopefully we can get to the Super Bowl again and get another ring.
And we're speaking with the defensive coordinator for the Pittsburgh Steelers, John Keith Butler. Coach, let's do some quick hitters there. Give some quick replies. On the field or in the booth?
On the field.
Do you like the new 17-game schedule?
No.
Do you think they're going to expand it?
Yes.
How many more teams are we looking at getting in this league?
At least 2, I hope.
You think it's going to go international?
Possibly.
Where do you think the teams are going to go to?
England.
That'd be a long road trip.
Yes.
You basically have to fly. Wouldn't you basically have to fly over there, play both teams over there, and then come back?
Yeah.
That would just be a brutal road trip.
Yeah, if there's money involved, they'll find a way.
And the NFL is all about the money.
You ain't kidding.
It is the Fund Me Now League, and they certainly do a good job about it.
Mm-hmm.
TV contract, you see any changes in that come, or is that going to continue to bounce around and go more towards the cable, or I guess I should say the internet broadcasting?
It may be. It may go that way. I think whoever comes up with the best offer in terms of money, that's the way it'll go. Always does, always will.
I bet you Mr. Buck doesn't have to sit in the stands on a cold Monday night and broadcast with his back against the fence.
No.
He's got people that get cold for him, doesn't he?
That's right.
Coach, you said you want to get another ring. You got 2.
Right.
You would love to get that 3rd ring in today's NFL.
Uh-huh.
The talent is so spread out. You can win the Super Bowl one year. You can be a 500 ball club the next year and be healthy. What does it take, with today's game to get to the big dance?
A lot of things have to go right for you. And what I mean by that is your injuries have to be manageable. They have to be. If they're not, then it's going to be very hard to get there. And you got to have people who are team players. And what I mean by that, a lot of times guys have contracts, and their contracts are built upon how many touchdowns they throw, how many touchdowns they catch, some individual stuff like that. And I hope the league goes to a position where they're given more team-oriented packages in terms of money and stuff like that. And hopefully that'll happen that way. The way I would see the NFL are getting to the Super Bowl, you got to have a strong team and strong leaders on that team to do it. And they have to get the young guys to come along with them and not believe everything in social media and all that mess and get all tied up in social media all the time instead of just playing football, you know what I'm saying? And that's a big thing.
What teams in the NFL have impressed you here in the basically in the first half of the season?
Oh, Tampa Bay is still playing good football. I got a lot of friends of mine down there. I coached with down there. Bruce Arians coached with us at Pittsburgh. Won a Super Bowl with us at Pittsburgh. Todd Bowles, I coached with him at Cleveland. He's defensive coordinator. The offensive coordinator played for us at Pittsburgh. So all those guys, I think they're a good football team. Kansas City is still a good football team. There's going to be a lot of the cream is going to rise to the top.
Are some of the teams starting to catch up with Kansas City a little bit, though?
A little bit, but they still got that quarterback. That quarterback is a good football player, and they still had some good running backs. Cleveland's had some good running backs. They've had some guys get hurt. I think they're playing real well right now defensively. They are. I think they're like second in the league in defense, and they got you got a good defense and you got a good running game. There's a good possibility there. So we got them a week from Sunday, and that's going to be a real big challenge for us.
Quick 30-second breakdown. The team I grew up. I grew up watching. Of course, Dick Butkus was my idol.
Yeah,
I patterned my play after Dick Butkus.
Right.
What's up with the Chicago Bears? Been struggling.
Yeah, they have, and they're supposed to be a good football team this year. I don't know yet because we ain't got to them yet. We're going to get to them sooner or later. I think later on we'll play them. They're on our schedule, so we'll have to play them. I'll know more about them.
Is that in Pittsburgh or is that at Soldier Field?
I'm not sure. I think it's at Soldier Field.
It's not really Soldier Field anymore.
But that is.
It's not the Soldier Field that you and I know.
Right.
Coach, I'd be remiss. Of course, you've been following the situation here. And excuse me, you've been following the situation with Eddie Moore, I know. Mm-hmm. And I know you and Miss Janet pray for him nightly.
Right.
And I'd like you to close out this segment before we go into commercial break. Would you lead us in prayer?
Yeah, sure. Lord, thank you so much for this time with Stan. And God, for this school, these people that run this school, Trinity Christian Academy, the education these young people get. Lord, thank you for that. Thank you for being the God that you are and for dealing with us in sports and helping us to come by you and know your Son, Jesus Christ. For it's in his name we pray. Amen.
Amen. That's John Keith Butler, the defensive coordinator for the Pittsburgh Steelers. A 2-minute break, and we're back with second half action on the TCA Football Network.
This could be a true story. On October 3rd, a 2003 hatchback struck and killed a deer that goes by the name Buck. I know, right? He now has Buck's head proudly displayed on his living room wall. He tells a different story.
Shot it.
No, he didn't.
And to hide his lie, he took his car to Mitchell's Body Shop.
No, I didn't.
Yes, he did. And lucky for him, they made it look good as new. And as for Buck, the story continues.
27 years ago, a vision became a reality and Snookum's Steakhouse officially opened. We cut our steaks in-house and our ribeyes are full of flavor. The steak trimmings are used to make our certified Angus beef steak burgers, so when you order at Snookum's, you are getting high quality. Enjoy our salad bar and mini dessert. Also try our famous family recipe, the Pink Lush Fruit Salad. Come visit Snookum's Steakhouse in Henderson, Tennessee. We are open evenings Tuesday through Saturday but closed Sunday and Monday. Snookum's Steakhouse. Come taste the difference.
Hello, I'm Wes Harris with State Farm Insurance. My customers love the fact that they can call me or my team members anytime. So when they're in an accident on the bypass with somebody that doesn't have insurance, or they come out of the grocery store and somebody's backed into their car and has not left a note, or they come home and there's a tree on the roof, or maybe water pouring out their front door, they call a local agent, somebody that they know. So call me, Wes Harris, with State Farm Insurance, located right here on Van Drive in Jackson.
For the past 22 years, Tennessee Tractor has been committed to you, our customers. That's why our locally owned business delivers great John Deere products with great service at a great price. From the backyard to the back 40, whatever size project your family's got, you can rely on us to help you get it done. From our friendly staff to our reliable equipment and our quality service, Tennessee Tractor has one goal: to keep you and your family up and running. Hometown value, hometown service. That's Tennessee Tractor.
And we're back about 35 seconds to go before the start of the second half. Jackson Christian leads at TCA 21-0. The good thing is Jackson Christian scored on their first 3 possessions. TCA was able to hold them down on that last one, and TCA will have the ball to start this second half. And Diamond, I know you didn't get to hear a lot of it, but what a wonderful experience it is to get to talk to John Keith Butler.
Oh, no doubt about it. One of the great legendary college players of all time down at that time, Memphis State, not U of M. As we've documented several times before, all-pro selection at Seattle, and has had an outstanding career as an assistant coach. And one of the great franchises of all time, legendary Pittsburgh Steelers, the iconic franchise. Well, Stan, you're right. We'll have the ball. Good to talk to him. I wish I could have heard a lot of that, but we were unable to. But I'll go back and watch the replay.
You can watch the replay on that. It'll be available at the conclusion of the game. It'll be up on Facebook. If you didn't get a chance to hear it, please go back and watch. That's always good to talk to John Keith, and enjoyed the fact that he consented to lead us in prayer at the end of his interview.
And his lovely wife, Janet, down to the left. And Allison and the gang down there, the grandkids. And one of the grandkids, Cade, I was talking to Bill Hamilton. He's very impressed with Cade Butler. I was talking to Bill at halftime. Well, Cisco to kick it away. Talked to his granddad, David Cisco, the city councilman here for years. And here's Cisco kicking it away. It's a high kick will be gathered inside the 10. Coming right at us here will be Jones. He's going to run down the sideline here. He's got some running room. He's up near midfield, but they'll mark him out of bounds back at about the 45. A nice return stand of about 40 yards there.
Yeah, Mrs. Jones' baby boy doesn't get to return him off, but does a good job here. Gets the sidelines and explodes up there. Good job of blocking by the TCA folks there on the side, and nice starting field position at the 46-yard line for TCA.
I like what he did too, Stan. He just ran a straight line. He didn't deviate much at all.
Baby.
Yeah, north and south, straight line, and you'll get some yardage and maybe spring one. Well, Cade Butler, the little freshman we talked about back there. Up back is Keltner. Deep back is Goodwin. Goodwin has the handoff, and Goodwin will maybe get a yard, and that's about it.
Again on this play, Goodwin, like I said, picking up 1 yard. He's got 11 carries for 82 yards, going right up the middle at that big house-sized nose guard. We had to double team, push him out of the way, but credit the Jackson Christian linebacking core. They filled that gap to limit it to basically no gain.
Yeah, no gain at all, maybe a length of the football. We mentioned Tacker Nash, that middle linebacker. He sort of anchors everything there for them, and then they've got some other guys to his left and right. And they've got a good core there and a good D-line. 3 down linemen. Cade Butler looks right, throws right, and incomplete. Intended that one out there in the flat, and just nowhere near was John Mark Willard, as they had some pressure on him, and he's going to get stronger, Stan. And, he's a sophomore and junior. He'll make that pass, but they had that well defended even if it's complete.
Yeah, you're going to see here, came in from right in front of him, had to release it a little bit early, and short hopped it there to him. It'll be 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10, and the Lions need to convert here. They're down 21-0, opening minute of this second half, I should say.
Look at Jackson Christian continuing to creep forward and crowd the box.
Butler rolls right. Butler will toss it, and incomplete, and almost picked off. Intended that to Todd, and they had 3 guys around Mr. Todd, and TCA lucky that wasn't picked off, and Goodwin will have to punt it away.
Diamond Dave, we both, of course, You were actually the voice of Jackson Christian for a year or two back before I was, back in the early 2000s when you worked up on the hill. And this is a good size Jackson Christian ball club, maybe one of the bigger clubs they've ever had.
Come to think of it, I've been the voice for a lot of people, haven't I?
It might be a short list who you haven't been the voice for.
Here's Goodwin.
Big
kick.
Nice
punt. Beautiful punt. Now TCA needs it to roll dead inside the 5. It does just that. It's inside the 10 anyway.
Yeah, about the 6.
And down at the 6-yard line. Outstanding effort by Needham Goodwin.
You won't see it on the replay here, but I saw that ball, when it hit the ground, that ball it had a backspin, so that ball hit the ground and it scooted back 2 yards before it went forward, just like your son's 9-iron.
Yeah, he can zingle, no doubt about it. Talked to him today.
He obviously did not get that from you.
He played with an 84-year-old golfer the other day, and Jeremy never loses to anyone. He's just really good, bragging on him a little bit. But he said it was all he could do to beat the older guy.
Yeah.
He was great.
They may not hit it long, but they hit it straight.
His putting and ironwork was fabulous. Handoff Boyd. Boyd from about the 7 will move up to near what, Stan, the 10?
He's going to be.
Did he get there? No, he didn't get to the 10, did he?
Yeah, no, he's right at the 10.
Yep, picked up about 3.
Yep.
Second. And he's actually about the, at the 7. It's going to be second down.
So they pushed it back.
No, they did. He didn't get anything, Stan.
He got not as good a spot
ball
as
on the 11. Ball on the 11, he says.
Okay.
So it's second down and 6. I apologize. Hard to see, but great vantage point, but just hard to see the lines here. Boykin right down the middle, or up the middle in this case, and he's up to the 25-yard line. And Stan, that play has hurt them. They've seen something on film that has made them think they can run the ball right down the gut, and they've done a pretty good job at times, they being Jackson Christian.
And Boykin, only not averaging, only 33 yards on the season, net yards on the season. He's got 24 on 3 carries tonight.
I was going to say he's probably getting close to that. We'll probably exceed that at the end of the game unless TCA can stop him.
Of course, he's got a few more yards, but you take off the sack yards, but he's not the big one you normally get.
First down and 10. They put a man in motion, and they hand it off to him, and a flag right in the middle of the pack. That handoff was to Banky, number 13.
Oh, what?
Yep, and the flag, when that flag comes in back there from the white hat,
that's a hold.
99 times out of 100, that's a hold, folks, and that's what it's going to be. Yep.
So that's going to step off 10 and make it second and 20?
TCA student body tonight is pajama night. I hope those are thick pajamas. Woo!
Well.
I should have worn mine. I have Yankee pajamas. I really do. Top and bottom, the whole bit. Yankee socks.
I bet they're pinstriped and all that sort of good stuff.
By the way,
you got the little stirrups with them, too?
Houston leading Boston 1-0. Someone asked me today who I wanted to win the baseball playoffs. I really don't care, but anyone except Boston. Well, it's going to be the first down marker. It's going to be 1st and 19. The ball is going to be back at the 17, Stanley.
Yep.
And Boykin has Mosley to his left.
And Boyd
to his right. Throws right. Underneath, they set up the little bubble screen, and that's a stiff arm, but catching it was Walker Ray. And he gets some of the yards back they lost. Yep.
Of course, he had a 30-yard reception for a touchdown. Now 2 receptions for 39 yards.
So it's going to be now second down. And let's see where they untangle things. 2nd and 11. 2nd and 12, they say, and the ball up to about the 24. Mosley in motion. They flip it to him on the left sweep. There he goes. He's to the 25, to the 30, to the 35. Still on his feet to the 37. And TCA gang tackles him over there. But not before Mosley gets the first down.
Looking at him now, he's got 26 yards on 3 carries. Covered him as the middle school. TCA knocked off Jackson Christian last year for their first middle school loss in 3 years, and we were pretty effective against Mosley. But this kid is making a splash, and he's making his case to be freshman of the year in West Tennessee.
Stan, he doesn't look like a freshman, does he?
No.
Ball at the 39.
What was that one kid they had several years ago? It was so good. Went to UT.
I'll have to remember. A little misdirection. They hand it off. There it's Scott. Scott, who's had a big night, got another big hold, and he moves his way across the 45. Up near midfield, they'll trip him up, TCA will. Palmer with a stop and others. And it's going to be another hole, I think, on Jackson Christian, and it is.
Remember, we talked about that earlier. TCA usually gets the hanky throw against them. That's the one thing that has held Jackson Christian back. They have a tendency to pile up the penalty yards.
Ball all the way back to the 32. It'll be first down again. Stan, two factors. TCA's got their feet under them a little better. I thought they did that in the second quarter to stay in the game. It looked like it might be a rout early. And the other thing is Jackson Christian's lost their edge a little bit, haven't they?
Well, and they've lost 20 yards in this drive just on penalties alone after big plays.
First and 17. Ball at the 32. Give it to Scott. Scott doesn't find much. What he finds is TCA waiting on him. And a nice tackle there. And there's Palmer again with a nice stop. And others there. Let's see. It was Wilson up from the secondary to help him out.
Here you're going to see the replay. They put the man in motion, but go with the straight drive right up the gut. And pretty decent job by TCA filling that hole and limiting the gain there. Second and about 15.
Also into the stop that time, Stan. Let's give him credit. Harrison Vance. Hand off this time, and the TCA Lions have become stout on that defensive side. They stop him at the 35.
Look at this play you're going to see on. I am not a fan of this. It's a two-handed push pass. Not a fan of that at all. You cannot get a lot of oomph on that play.
TCA had people down low and up top. Big Rooks comes out of the game as they get a speedier guy in there on the third down and 14. The ball at the 36. Hash mark right, clock running, 7:10. 21-0 Jackson Christian.
Mosley and Boyd, they're splitting the quarterback.
There they are with Borkin. He puts Mosley in motion. They roll. Now he wants to toss, and he does. Man, wide open down there, and it's caught. It's caught by Banky. He's got a big play, and there's that big play capability we talked about with Jackson Christian. He's inside the 30 down to about the 27-yard line of TCA, and he was wide open. He got behind a couple of defenders there. There it is.
36 yards on the play of Banky.
The ball was slightly underthrown. If it's not underthrown, he probably is going to score.
If you saw it, he threw it off of his back foot. He didn't get all of that pass.
Coach Maddox right down in front of us here.
He drove the bus tonight.
Yep, and of course, the Brain Trust trying to stop him here. Here's delayed quarterback draw, and
he got
not a lot.
He got jolted there early.
Sure did.
He got a yard after the hit.
So it brings up, that was a pickup of about 3. It's going to be 2nd and 7. I'm actually almost 8. The ball inside the 25 at about the 24. Well, Stan, the other thing this is doing,
eating clock.
They took it at their own 6. Was it the 6 or 7? Let's double check. 7-yard line. They moved it now. Yeah, it's taken a lot of time off this clock, which becomes very noticeable now, down 21-0 in the third, doesn't it?
Yep. And just remember, they've had 20 yards and penalties on this drive, too.
Sure have. That same set again. They've gone to this with Mosley to the left, Boyd to the right, dropping back, rolling out of there, and throwing downfield and in the back of the end zone, incomplete. A nice job that time trying to keep that thing alive was Boykin, but TCA did a good job with pressure. Ben Davis had a nice rush there on him.
Yeah, that was a mismatch. Ben Davis against Boyd.
He
just threw him off like a wet sack.
He just took him and knocked him out of there, didn't he?
It was just shoo.
And pretty good secondary coverage too.
Yep.
Ball not catchable there in the back of the end zone, so it brings up now third and 7 at the 24. Probably 2 down territory.
Third and a long 7-2.
Boykin with Boyd to his left, triples here to the near side, and TCA jumps. A cheap 5 there, so it's going to make it now 3rd and 2, and the ball will be down to the 19.
TCA has not had the hanky thrown too many times tonight, but boy, this one was kind of critical.
It is. Youthful enthusiasm and great effort here tonight by both teams, and TCA trying to hang in there, just a little over anxious. Lovely cheerleaders all in front of us. Miss Heising's down there somewhere, I know. Her granddad and grandma listening and watching tonight, I'm sure. And TCA almost jumps again. It's 3rd down and 2, the ball at the 19. 5:39, clock arrested after the penalty.
Changing the play.
Yep. Boyd to the left to Boykin. Maybe Boyd time. It is. Little Boyd scoots right through there, and he may go in. He's inside the 5 and down near the goal line. They'll mark him short at about the 4, I think. See where they end up here, Stan, and he just shot right through there.
I mean,
good blocking with that offensive line there on the left side.
How
Look
many
at that
times
guard
does he
pulling.
shift gears there
Yep,
on that play?
4 or 5
go,
times.
Stop, go.
Yeah. He's got those quick feet. He's dancing with the stars the way Dexter does.
You know, he's got a new nickname now.
What's that?
Twinkle Toes.
Dancing Dexter. Here's Boykin. Gets it to a little Boyd. He's in. He hit and paid the price, but he gets in. And that makes it now 27-0 as little Boyd
Look at
carries
this.
it in.
Look at this hit, though. I mean, they end up scoring.
Clock still running.
Yeah, we could stop that clock.
And the clock continues to run as Boyd carries it in from what? Stan 5 yards out.
Well,
that's a 93-yard drive. Pretty impressive.
The clock finally stops.
Boyd 5 yards out. My paper is wet with the dew, I guess, or the dampness of the night. And the kick by Cisco makes it 28-0.
That's why I said clipboards, baby.
Yep, well, I couldn't find one. You would think an SID would have one around the corner everywhere. Well, it's 4:50 left in the third, and instead of TCA scoring first and staying right in it, now they're down 28-0. 30. This is TCA football on the TCA Football Network.
Hello, I'm Chad P. Wilson with Foundation Bank, a family-owned community bank here in West Tennessee. Your checking account should offer more than a place to just store your money. Our foundation benefits with high-interest accounts include the flexibility of a checking account with tiered interest rates, identity theft protection, cell phone protection, and more. So start a financial conversation with us today by visiting foundationbank.org or calling us on the number at the screen. In the meantime, go Lions! McKinsey Banking Company is an equal housing lender, member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Well, Diamond, 4:50 to go in our third quarter, 28-0. It's about time I think we can safely say we need some action on this drive.
Jay, thanks for the picture, by the way. My son, Jeremy McCulley, tells me that Huntington is leading Peabody 29-14 at the half.
Wow.
Here's the kick by Cisco. Wilson at the 5. Wilson at the 10. Wilson at the 15. Wilson to the 20. Near side here. Turns the corner.
Arm.
And a great play by Wilson. Look at him go. 40, 45, midfield. Wilson up to the 50-yard line and down to the 47 of Jackson Christian, and no flags.
I want you to watch this play again. Picked it up about the 14-yard line. Gets to the edge here. Look at that. Look how he just runs over, trucks that defender there. Nice little hip shift there. Another hip shift and a duck, spins, and has to get tagged from behind. And they made that tag from behind and add 3 yards to the play.
And I spoke too soon. There's a flag at the 25-yard line. Oh, that's a cruncher. Oh, my.
Well.
Sorry, folks.
Yowzers.
We didn't see it. And, again, when the team walks in front of us here, it's a little difficult for us to see. We're not real high here. Stan, that is a wow factor. I sent my son back a text message, wow. That's not over yet, but a 44-game winning streak is on the line for Trenton Peabody.
Hardin County leads Milan at the half, 15-7. That game a little bit tighter than I thought it might be.
Yep. Here we go now with 4:39 in the third. TCA down 28-0. First and 10 throw on 15. Would have had it in Jackson Christian territory. They grabbed this jersey of Goodwin as he crosses the plane. The line of scrimmage, I should say. And may have got a yard or two, and that's about it.
Oh, I don't think he got that. I mean.
Let's see. Here's the replay. Yeah, boy, they grabbed him right at it's an eagle. Yeah, they didn't.
We're continuing to try and attack the ball right up the middle, right at the strength of the Jackson Christian defense.
Yeah, got maybe the length of the football, and that's it. Second down and 10 next week. Stan will be solo as they have FACS coming in. I'll be doing basketball that night. College basketball opens up for us. I'll be doing that next Friday. You need to keep things alive, Stan, so I can be back the following week. Here's, oh my, a nice slant pattern and throw, Todd from Butler, but he couldn't hold on. Overled him just ever so slightly. Here it is. Stan, almost a big play for TCA.
You're going to see the play here. Blocking is good. They bring pressure from the outside. Just a little, just a hair. That would have been a first down.
Just inside the right hash. So it brings up now 3rd and 9. The ball at the 16.
McKenzie leads Sequatchie County 35-0. They were scheduled to play Brewston, but Brewston didn't have enough players.
Here's Butler dropping back, a little screen pass. They find Goodwin. Nice call by Michael Mancini. The game moves up to the 30, and he's tripped up there. And a nice screen pass. Got a first down there that time, Stan, and that's a nice executed play and a nice call by Michael Mancini, the offensive coordinator.
Diamond, that's a way you can get Goodwin involved in the offense more. He's having a hard time. I mean, it's really rugged in the middle, but when you can get him to that outside and throw a little pass to him, he's getting one-on-one, and he can use his creativity to make some yards.
Nice replay there by Jay and the gang, and brought to you by West Harrison State Farm. First down sponsors again, Stan. And it will be Goodwin, Butler in the shotgun. Doubles here both ways, actually. He throws right, heaves it out there. It's caught underneath and caught by John Mark Willard, and he's up across the 35, and he's upended there at about the 37.
Picked about 7, maybe 8 on that play.
Mark at the 35, actually, and the Lions have something going now on the right arm of the freshman Cade Butler.
Cade Butler having his best night throwing the football. Remember, he was pretty impressive in some action against Adamsville earlier in the year.
Another flag, is that what they've called here? Yep, it's another flag on TCA, their third of this series.
Let's wipe that off the books.
They move it back inside the 25 to about the 24. It's going to be first and 15, the ball at the 24 now. Clock running down at 3:07. Now running to 3:05, and TCA down 28-0. Trying to get on the board here.
Harding Academy leads their ball game 17-6. I believe they're playing Fayette tonight.
To the left of Butler is Needham Goodwin. Butler looks out, throws it out here to Waller. Waller with a nice catch and a nice run. He's across the 35 to the 35.
Very close.
And tripped up and knocked out of bounds at about the 38.
He may have it if it's a left foot spot.
I think he does have it.
See Waller there with about a 12-yard pickup on the play.
Waller did a really good job coming back. You see him catch it here, and then look at him elude a couple people. I like this kid. He's just a freshman. It's going to be now first down. Nope. Yeah, it is first down.
Yep.
I think they hadn't moved the chains yet. Now they tell the chain crew, earn your money, guys, and move them. 0 + 0 = 0.
I'm just still stunned by that Peabody score.
Yep. We'll follow that. 39-yard line, first and 10, hash mark left. Butler, slot right. Keltner, the up back, actually gives it to Goodwin. He follows the block of Will Keltner. They try to strip the ball away from him, but he's up over the 40 to about the 42 before he's gained tackle by 3 or 4 of the Eagles. And right there, always on the spot, is Tacker Nash, led by others. Big number 63 there as well, that being Skyland Staten.
Pickup of about 4 on the play. He's got 12 carries, 85 yards, 85 hard-earned yards, by the way.
Second down and 7. The ball at the 42. Getting cooler here tonight at Ronnie Fowler Stadium. I'm glad we brought these towels. 42-yard line. It's going to be second, as we said, and 7. Butler will redirect things here, put Goodwin to his left. 2 far side right, 1 to the near side. He's it down here. He wants to go deep to Waller. Waller caught it!
Oh, yes!
Waller at the 35. What a nice catch. This kid's turning into a star. We're seeing a star born this season.
28 yards.
And it's down to the 30-yard line, and Waller leaned out there and caught that thing, Stan, with both hands reaching as far as he could. And the little guy, Braden Waller, 6'1", 155, soaking wet. And he's down at the 30, and what a nice throw by Butler. He's going to throw that thing where either Waller caught it or no one else did.
4 receptions, 63 yards.
1:14. Well, that generates some excitement here, and the cheerleaders doing a great job right in front of us. Lovely gals, every single one of them.
Whoa.
Here's the pitch back to Wilson. He bobbles, and a flag comes in. That's going to be another hole.
Yeah, at the half, Humboldt has their homecoming. They're losing their homecoming game 42-0 at the half.
That's tough.
Riverside's very good.
They really are, and Humboldt's really struggling right now. They've improved some this year. There's Alex Northcutt, Channel 7 right there, former TCA star at his own right. He's got his camera guy there with him.
Oh, he's got his own camera guy now.
Yeah,
he used to have to carry it himself.
You know you move it up when you have your own camera. Just got married, by the way. Did you see the picture of the convertible, he and his lovely wife?
Man.
Yeah.
That hit Coach up for some cash there.
41-yard line.
O'Brien leads Dresden 20-7 at the half.
What do you mean? Northcutt's got the first dollar he ever made. 41-yard line, first and 10. He's a lot of got to love Ken. Here's the handoff to Wilson. Wilson hits the hole, and then he's hit pretty hard right there.
About 2 yards in the play.
And big number 75 pinned him there, Carson McKee. Pretty stout Jackson Christian defensive line. That big number 71, Anderson. He's the kid that's 6'2", 390. We documented that earlier. Down to 28 seconds. It's second and 18 after the penalty. We failed to tell you that. The ball at the 38.
USJ leads 31-14 at the half.
I thought TCA's line, Stan, last week, offensive and defensive line's the best I've seen this year. Underneath, Waller caught it. Waller's got to tuck that ball away as he carries it like a loaf of bread, but the little guy is, hey, man, he's got the guts of a cat burglar. He just spins right back to the 31. He's a tough little guy, isn't he, Stan?
Yep.
Real spindly kind of kid.
Are we seeing a combination developing before our eyes?
Absolutely. Butler and Waller, you're going to hear that a lot more. Let's take a break. We're at the end of 3. TCA on the prowl with a 3rd down and 13 when we come back. Ball at the 31. A minute break. 28-0 Jackson Christian. We're back for the final quarter after this on the TCA Football Network.
For the past 22 years, Tennessee Tractor has been committed to you, our customers. That's why our locally owned business delivers great John Deere products with great service at a great price. From the backyard to the back 40, whatever size project your family's got, you can rely on us to help you get it done. From our friendly staff to our reliable equipment and our quality service, Tennessee Tractor has one goal: to keep you and your family up and running. Hometown value, hometown service. That's Tennessee Tractor.
At Lonnie Ford, we now give you a warranty for life on the engine and transmission. That's right, a warranty for life at no cost to you. Unlimited time, unlimited mileage, but it's only at Lonnie Ford in Henderson, where cars really are cheaper in the country.
Well, Diamond, we begin fourth quarter play. It's 28-0 Jackson Christian. TCA on their best drive of the night. You know, Jackson Christian scored on their first 3 possessions of the ball game, and TCA's kind of settled down a little bit, but got a lot of work to do and only 12 minutes to do it.
Trenton Peabody just scored middle of the 3rd, but Huntington still leads 35-21.
That's just shocking.
Here is Butler back to throw it. Butler tosses it, and it's caught. Todd catches it, and it's a first down, I think. Let's wait and see. We don't have a great vantage point.
Let's look at here on the replay here.
Joshua Todd, a nice
Todd,
target to throw it to.
Yeah, decent protection. They come with a blitz on the outside. We pick it up there, steps up, throws it. Good open catch, and in there down to about the 16-yard line.
It is a first down. Well, you can tell Butler, he's been around football all of his life. And
he's
you
getting
can really,
more comfortable by the
You
minute.
can really tell he's going to be a star, I think. Butler rolls to the right, wants to throw, does throw, and it's caught by Todd again. Todd is spun out of bounds, and they throw him out. No flags, but I think the TCA bench wanted one, didn't get it. But it will be a nice completion again. That was 11:15 now, the clock running.
Here you see rolled out, not a difficult pass, got a couple of yards in the play, struggling, fighting. Hit was a good hit, though.
It was a good hit, yep. So it brings up now 2nd and 8, the ball at the 15-yard line. Fourth quarter action. Kevin Hansen, the trainer down there. You can see a shot of him right above the TCA logo there. One of the great trainers in all the business. Goodwin is in the up back position. They throw it out here. They try a little bubble screen. They throw it now this time to Wilson. And, boy, good defense by Jackson Christian. They defended that really well that time. That's actually caught, excuse me, that's John Mark Willard caught it. Yeah, I apologize. Well, now we're down to there's a flag on the play.
Let me guess.
On TCA. Was that 4th or 5th one to this half, Sam?
Who knows?
We had 3 on one series. Well, I think it's the 5th hold on TCA in this half.
At the half, Union City leads Liberty 49-0. Southside leads Northside 14-7 in the third quarter.
Well, I know one person, Derek Hubble, he'll be thrilled if that Huntington game stands up.
Oh,
Remember,
you won't be able to live with him.
Peabody's not won 44 in a row for nothing, though. So we'll see how that goes.
Hubble will be unlivable.
No, he won't sleep tonight. I have a rare Saturday off tomorrow from going to McKenzie, although I do have football and soccer stories to write tomorrow afternoon. Here's the screen pass again, and
they read that well.
They read it well, and TCA just didn't execute well. There was a deep drop by Butler, and boy, soon as
you look at this
he caught
replay
it,
here,
look at this defense.
A bull run, and you saw the defensive lineman back. They read that play well. They saw something. Jackson Christian reacted perfectly to that play.
There's Nash and his fellow linebacker there. This linebacker core, Stan, may be the best linebacker core I've seen this year. Would you agree with that?
They're very talented.
3 of them, I mean, they're really good. Well, it brings up 3rd and 18, the ball back to 25. We throw again, TCA does. Todd catches it again. He's knocked it out of bounds.
That's a late.
And knocked out.
I want to see that one again.
We'll have a good angle of it here as Jay does a good job of that replay.
Here he is rolling, firing. Nice catch.
Good pursuit by Jackson Christian.
Turn. There's one.
Well, he still had his feet in, so he's fair game, I still think.
Close.
We didn't have a great angle at it. So it's 4th and 7, the ball at the 14 now.
I don't know that I wouldn't call a timeout here and set something up, Dave.
Clock running 9:32. Butler puts Davis in motion. He's got to throw that way, and there's Davis catching it. Davis turns at the 10. Inside the 10, he's going to be short of the first down.
They reacted well.
And Blake Butler is not happy, just off your screen there, as he's not happy at all that he thought they had that set up well and just didn't execute and get the blocks they needed. And Jackson Christian's defense holds, and they'll take over now. The ball right around. Let's see, Stan, where they mark it.
Well, it's always when you need those 4th and longs, you need to throw a pass that gets you you need to run routes that get you that much.
Yeah, you got to know where you got to get to. That's exactly right.
Well, look, your fan club is getting big here.
Yeah, they are.
He's already out of glossies, though.
Yeah, I'll eat my 10s. You'll have to come back next week.
He's got some scratch paper he'll sign.
Oh, listen, if anyone wants my autograph, they do need counseling. It's the ball at the 10, 1st and 10 there. 4th quarter, and Jackson Christian in good shape, leading 28-0. Handed off to little Boyd. Boyd upended as he gets near the 15. Will be stopped there.
Well, this kid accelerates so quickly.
He's about as quick with his feet off the handoff as I've seen this year. So it's going to be, Jay, we're still good here on what we're seeing here on this screen, so we're all right. And 2nd and 6, the ball at the 14. The ball had been marked at the 10. I think we said 15 earlier. Just hard to see, no higher than we are here. Boykin has the first down as he gallops his way along the right side, and it's going to be a first down for the Eagles of Jackson Christian. Stan, they're going to move on now and be in pretty good shape in the playoffs, aren't they?
If this holds out, there's no reason to think that it won't. They will secure the number 2 seed in the playoffs. Out of the West, they will play the number 5 seed out of the West in the first round. So if we don't want to come here again in 2 weeks, we need to win next week.
Absolutely. Well, 8:24 left here, and TCA is going to come up short apparently, unless we see something just drastically turn here. Maybe a turnover. Here's Boykin again, that delayed quarterback draw. Boy, they pin him this time. My goodness, he got hit right around the knees, and he's upended right there and stopped.
A little bit slow to get up, too.
Yeah, he got a little banged up in the first half, but came right back in and has shown no ill effects to that. Ball at the 22 is going to be 2nd and about 11. 7:45 clock running. Jackson Christian just content now to try to grind out some first downs and put this thing in the win column. TCA has recovered from a 21-0 deficit early in the game to stay in there, but just not enough power to get back. And now here's Roy open, And running that ball, that's going to be Scott again. He's had a big night tonight. Campbell Scott. He broke out of that pack and gets across the 40, and we've got Wilson a little shaken up. Let's hope Jake's all right. There you see Sandy just shoots out of that pile of official had to avoid being hit there.
I've gone with 57 yards. Now he had 370 coming into this action. So.
Open all the scoring up tonight with a 19-yard touchdown run. And that capped off a 57-yard drive. Remember the kickoff that they had great field position thrown 43, and 4 plays later they'd scored. Hand off Scott again. Scott turns the corner to the right. He's to midfield, on his feet to the 45. And finally hit.
Boy, they're starting to rip it off in chunks again.
Yeah, they are. They've worn us down a little bit. TCA came in banged up tonight, not trying to take anything away from Jackson Christian, but just short-handed, and right now it's showing its effect a little bit too. Some tired bodies out there defensively. Gleason. Keltner. Keltner's got his hands on his hip. He's a competitor boy. He doesn't like this.
Gleason leads Perry County 44-0. West Carroll leads Scotts Hill 14-7. Haywood leads Covington 27-0. 3:40 ago in the third quarter of that game.
43-yard line. Boykin throws it. Trying to hit Mosley down there. Mosley, great defense. That's outstanding defensive coverage. And that's Joshua Todd down there keeping Mosley from catching it. Mosley actually had to come back and almost play like a defender.
And you're going to see this again. You could almost, well, you're not going to get offensive pass interference out of it, but good job. Positioned inside of him, matched him height to height. Nice job on that play. Well done.
6:28, clock stop. This game started like it might be a running clock, but that has not been the case as TCA's hung in there and battle them here.
Lexington over Crockett County 21-14.
Huntington just scored again, 42-21. Late third, Boyd with it. Boyd breaks out of there. Boyd went off right tackle and gets inside the 35, and the little water bug scoots his way, literally juking his way down to about the 32.
Keltner on the tackle.
Yep.
Boy, what he's got a big offensive line, and what he does so well is he hides behind them and then picks out where he's going to go. He's got a chance to survey where he's going to go hiding behind that offensive line.
32-yard line, 6:12, clock running, 28-0 Jackson Christian, and marching again. Sandy would love to stop him here, get a turnover, not let him roll his score up any more than it is. Keep it somewhat respectable. Something about a 35-0 game. Here's Boyd again. Boyd is just dancing his way and juking and jiving his way down to the 20 where he's got another first down.
Pickup of 13.
He's elusive, isn't he?
Yeah. And it's all predicated on him hiding behind the line and then picking his holes.
Someone throwing, I guess it's a fake line up in the student body over there. I thought it was a yellow flag for a moment. I thought, hold on, another flag. Well, the ball at the 19, 1st and 10 there, 5:35.
We've had enough things coming out of student sections.
Yeah, sure have. And here's Boykin. Boykin with Boyd to his right. Hands it. That's that play they run, that little man in motion, and then they move him back, misdirection, and there he goes. And that's running that ball. Cooper Banky again. They put him in the slot, then they roll him back toward the quarterback. Keltner and Boykin talking over a little bit.
Banky, a guy, we look at the stats, he doesn't show up in the stats all year, and all of a sudden he's got 30-plus yards in this ball game.
Kobe Moore comes out, and going in for him was, I think it was Palmer going in there. Kobe, another one of these young men for TCA. Thoughts and prayers continue to be with his dad, Ed, and Nisa, and the entire Moore family. Here is the handoff. They go this time. Scott breaks a tackle. Palmer wraps him up at about the 5. Kobe's okay, just getting a little breather here as they move some other people in. And again, Blake knowing that his defense getting a little tired. Now they're going to bring Moore right back in there. Well, it's going to be now.
Keltner was chicken talking to somebody.
Yeah, Keltner's a competitor now. He's not going to back off anybody. I don't care if it's TCA up 28-0 or down 28-0. He's going to come over and talk to Kevin Hansen. Kevin is a really steadying influence other than just being a great trainer. You sort of can tell he's sort of a mentor to these kids, isn't he, Jay? You just sort of tell he's really well respected. High snap. Boykin gets it off and hands it off to Banky. Banky trying to get the block. Banky will roll in gets in the right pylon. Touchdown, Jackson Christian. With 4:04 left, it's 34-0.
6-yard touchdown run for Jackson Christian, and that's going to definitely seal the deal here at Ronnie Fowler Field.
And a 90-yard drive, Stan, going back and looking at our ball movement, 85 or 90, one or the other.
Impressive drive.
Yep, it was. I just hope I don't have to hear the fight song anymore. 34-0. Here's Cisco in to kick it. And a somber group here among us, the faithful. And Cisco knocks it in, 35-0. Jackson Christian. We're in the visitor section, and we've enjoyed being here. Just haven't enjoyed the score right now. We'll take a 30-second break. The Lions down 35-0. This is TCA football on the TCA Football Network.
Well, Diamond, it appears here with 4:01 to go, and Jackson Christian with the 35-0 lead. TCA's 4-game winning streak against the Eagles is going to come to an end, but they will have still won 7 out of the last 9 games between these two teams.
4 minutes and a second left, and it's been all the Jackson Christian. The TCA kids have really fought hard after being down 21-0, tried to make a game of it, and Stan had a couple of opportunities that just have come up dry, and got to credit Jackson Christian. They're a pretty good football team, folks. I don't think they're as good as USJ.
No.
But they're still really good.
Well, I think USJ with a few more overall weapons.
Yeah, and that plus I think USJ's line is just so dominating on both sides. Kick back and bobbling it down there and then picking it up, coming right at us. And Kobe Moore is going to move up to about the 25-yard line. Did a good job, Kobe did. He bobbled the ball and stuck right with it and gets a nice return back up to about the 25.
So a new deep back, Kobe Moore.
Now a flag comes in.
That's going to be.
Don't know what that's about.
Their words.
Yeah.
There's
love losses.
There's no love loss, and let's face it, Jackson Christian wanted this one bad. Jackson Christian wanted this one bad because we beat them so many times. You know, these seniors on this Jackson Christian Ball Club have never beaten TCA until tonight.
Going to be unsportsmanlike conduct, I think, on TCA. They'll mark it off from about the 25.
Against them.
It is. You're right.
Yeah.
I apologize. It's against Jackson Christian. Up to the 39-yard line. So the Eagles were chirping a little bit.
So with a net kickoff return, that was a nice kickoff return on the net yardage overall.
I know birds chirp. I'm not sure about Eagles. What do you think, Jay? I would think they would. An eagle chirp. 39-yard line, 1st and 10. Hash mark right. Here's Butler in that shotgun with Goodwin to his right. Lions would like to get something out of this. And now it's dropped. And John Mark Willard had it and just couldn't come up with it.
He's going to say, hey, I should have had that.
Yeah, thrown a little bit behind him, but he'll tell you he's a good player and a good kid. He'll tell you he should have caught it. 2nd down and 10, the ball at the 39.
Well, one thing that we can say for sure, Cade Butler has been through a
he's come of age tonight.
He's been under a baptism of fire. No interceptions tonight. He's managed it well. He's not been asked to really do more than he's capable of doing, and I think he's exceeded expectations tonight, in my opinion.
I totally agree. 1st and 10 to 39. Low snap, but he's got it. Finds Waller, his favorite receiver. Look at that Waller go midfield. 45, they try to strip it away from him, and he'll have none of it. 44-yard line, Rodney Baumgartner.
How about 17 yards in that play, Diamond Dave McCulley?
You told me Rodney's watching tonight?
Yep.
I haven't been able to get to my phone and see much of who's watching, so we apologize. We haven't did a lot of shout-outs tonight. Checking on that Peabody Huntington score.
Waller with 81 yards by my count tonight, Dave.
Still 42-21. Yeah, Waller's really played well tonight.
He's the shine. Him and Cade are developing into a nice little combination there.
There's something else he does. Once he catches it, he knows what to do with it. He's not intimidated by anyone. He's going to be a really fine receiver.
Out.
Boy, they hit Butler right when he threw it. And a nice play there, diving in on him that time and wrapping him up was Caleb Newsom. And Butler lucky to just get it away.
Now
incomplete.
You're going to see in the NFL, they would probably call this roughing the passer.
2nd and 44.
But good bull rush there. Had to throw it early, incomplete.
Yep. Waller far side left. Wilson here to the near side. Haven't been able to get the ball to Jake much tonight, have we, Stan?
Nope.
And utilize his.
They've really neutralized Jake Wilson, and that was going to be one of the keys for Jackson Christian coming in this ball game is to neutralize the big two of Goodwin and Wilson. They've really completely neutered
Davis, Waller,
Jake tonight.
And Todd all far side left. Butler pulls it down after pumping it and finds a man wide open. That's Waller again, and Waller's
his knee hit
the turf at about the 26, but another catch at a really nice scrambling play.
I want you to look at this here.
Butler.
Look at him. He's going to face pressure from the outside. Does a great job, pulls it back down, steps up, 4-step up, and then found a wide open Waller. That is a great play, and you saw in that play, Waller was coming back to his quarterback. That's the mark of a great receiver, Dave McCauley.
Good analysis on both ends of it, Stan. Here's Butler with it. Butler in the gun. Butler throws it down there to Wilson. It's caught!
Yes!
And touchdown Lions.
How about that?
And
with 25 seconds to go in the game.
With 25 seconds. Grandma and Granddaddy's got to love it down there. Keith has a big smile on his face, and well, he should. And how about that? A 27-yard touchdown strike. Cade Butler to Wilson.
Here's the deal. Jackson Christian's going to win this ball game, but TCA is going to walk off this field on a high note.
Yeah, I totally agree.
I think it's going to be a high note, and it's going to be good going into next week against FACS.
John Mark Willard will attempt to boot it through there. And is up, and Will Allen Smith the holder, and it is good. It's 35-7.
Hey, let's keep it here. Let's talk about John Mark Willard again. The progression of remember when the season started, he was taking about 9 yards to do an extra point. And again, he worked with 3-Dog on his kicking, and he has turned into a very reliable extra point kicker, not getting anywhere near getting his kicks blocked, and that's all thanks to 3-Dog.
27-yard strike, and the Lions are down, 35-7, but they're up right now with
Fireflies are in the place, I guess.
Yeah, they're holding their phones up there, waving goodbye and singing goodbye to TCA student body. These two will meet in basketball and other sports coming up.
Well,
there's Zach Fitzgerald, former Jackson Christian standout basketball player, former Bethel player. He's a deputy here now with the Madison County Sheriff's Department. Good to see Zach. 35-7, good guy.
Certainly is.
His mom won the state title. His late mother won
for JCM.
Jackson Central Mary. I think I remember 1996, I believe. I remember Jackson Central won it, Bradford won it, and Martin Westview won it that year. The sweep by West Tennessee basketball girls teams.
Yep.
Here's the high kick.
Little pooch kick.
Yep.
Fumble.
Fumbled it, and then they followed it at the 40.
Boy, he got that rugby bounce, and it came right back to him.
35-7, and I would think that Jackson Christian will just take the knee and run this clock out.
You'd hope.
And this game will end 35-7. Next week, Lions back home, Stan, for the regular season finale.
A big one. TCA with an opportunity, should they win and other things go the way they're supposed to go, can finish third in the region. And we would have to travel for the playoffs, but we'd play the middle number 3. And then if you can win that ball game, that's a very winnable game against middle 3.
Right.
You have a chance against East number 1, another minimal game. Remember, right now, Middle Tennessee Christian is leading that region, and they only beat us 28-11. That was a 3-point game going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, good ball game, no doubt. And Boykin will take the knee, and this clock will expire in 20 seconds. Well, the unhappy final here tonight is going to be 35-7, but TCA, as Stan said, will end it on a high note, and that will end this football game. We'll take a 2-minute break, be back with our post-game stats, analysis, and more. It's all coming up next. And scores, and we could have a shocker when we come back. I don't know, folks, if it's a shocker or not. It's Huntington. When we come back, All of that and more on the TCA Football Network. Stay with us.
Over 7 years ago, God called Brandy Reagan into a new career as a realtor. 7+ years later, Brandy is a multi-million-dollar producer, broker, and owner of Reagan Realty Group. Brandy believes God will always give her what He wants her to have. Brandy loves helping clients find their dream homes, and she believes each and every home has a story to tell. So call Brandy today at 731-410-7700 and let her help tell your story. Go get 'em Lions!
Football looks fun. I bet I would have been great at it. The first football playing Deer, they would have made a movie about me and everything. Probably get Kurt Russell to play me. But alas, me and my dreams run right over again.
For fast, reliable collision repair, trust the experts at Mitchell's Body Shop. And get back out there.
At McCoy's Heating and Air, we realize there are more than enough things to worry about on a day-to-day basis. With our new 10-year all-inclusive package, your home comfort doesn't have to be one of them. For one low monthly payment, you can purchase a brand new York unit with full maintenance and repair coverage for 10 years with approved credit. No hassle, no stress, just complete coverage for your comfort and convenience. Contact McCoy's Heating and Air at 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com to schedule your free new AC estimate today.
Buying a car is all about you. In person, over the phone, or online, we make it simple and easy. Our place is yours, no matter where you live. LonnieCobbFord.com or Lonnie Cobb Ford in Henderson, where cars really are cheaper in the country.
And welcome back. Dr. Mike Cobb, one of my favorite people right down there below us. Dr. Mike, always good to see him. One of the classiest people you'll ever meet. And here tonight,
my personal knee doctor.
That's exactly right. The unhappy final here, Jackson Christian wins it 35-7. We'll do the scoring recap in a minute. Stan's got a lot of scores, and again, the update that we have, we don't have a new update. We're trying to get one in, but it is Huntington 42, Trenton Peabody 21. They made their way now to the fourth quarter at Paul Ward Stadium in Huntington in Carroll County.
Huntington scoring again. Peabody closed that to a 14 gap.
Yeah, let me double check that. 42-21 is what we have here. My son said that Huntington looks like Lane Kiffin's coaching them tonight. But anyway, here's Stan. TCA falls down 7-0, 14-0, 21-0. That's where we were at halftime. And then it was a tough row of it as 28-0, then 35-0, 35-7 is how this thing ends. And I would like to think, Stan, the game, although Jackson Christian led from the get-go, maybe a little closer than the final score indicated. I thought we were really competitive and right to the very end, I thought. But Jackson Christian's a good football team, and they win it.
Well, we just had a tough way to open that game, got down 21-0 before we knew what hit us. We settled down a little bit, got our legs under it. TCA proved they can move the football. Cade Butler emerged as a pretty fine little QB, the freshman. Remember, he split time as quarterback on the middle school team last year with Cooper Vales. Yep. And we didn't throw the ball a whole lot.
We didn't talk about Cooper tonight. Obviously, he didn't play, but
he's in a boot for about 3 more weeks.
Yep. Hope to get him back if TCA can extend their season in the playoffs. And Stan, you've got some stats.
Yeah, we're going to take a quick look at some of the individual numbers here. For TCA, it's going to be Needham Goodwin with 85 yards rushing on the night. For me, the stars for TCA, it's going to be Butler, the quarterback, and then Waller, number 8. I had him with 6 receptions for 81 yards. That's a pretty nice coming out party. We only had 61 yards coming into the season, and he more than doubled that. And we have seen a new combination forming that against the right teams is going to be a very, very dangerous combination for TCA. It's going to be very dangerous for other ball clubs as well. For Jackson Christian, Boyd, I had him with 75 yards. Scott with 68 yards. Mosley with 26 yards. Boykin had 37 yards. Binky had almost 40 yards. Cantrell had a nice night receiving the ball, 76 yards. Ray had a couple receptions for 41 yards on the night. Mosley had 1 for 14, and it is Jackson Christian 35, TCA 7. Jackson Christian, their seniors defeat TCA for the first time as varsity football players.
Matt Coble and Dexter Williams down below us. And I think Blake's going to come up and join us hopefully in a few minutes. Let's take another 2-minute break. We'll come back, scoring recap, and post-game comments from Blake Butler after this on the TCA Football Network.
Hello, folks. This is Gary Deaton, right here at Deaton's Carpet One. I want to let you know we've been in business for 48 years. Here's what I believe has made the difference. Our lifetime labor warranty on everything we install. Our healthy living installations, bacteria and germs cannot survive in our new flooring. Our beautiful guarantee, if you don't just love it, we'll replace it. It will make your flooring experience priceless. We're located on Freedom Highway, 1000 Highway 45 bypass in good old Jackson, Tennessee.
Welcome to Mann's Wrecker Service. We offer a wide array of services. We are dedicated towing professionals, experienced in both simple and complicated towing services. We offer light and heavy-duty off-road recovery, auto and heavy-duty towing, load shift and load transfer capabilities, and much more. We are equipped to handle any situation, no matter how big or how small. Call today at 731-424-2173.
Hello, I'm Chad P. Wilson with Foundation Bank, a family-owned community bank here in West Tennessee. You know, home buying can be a long and confusing process, especially in today's market. Well, our Home Sweet Home Loan program offers incredibly competitive rates and allows you to keep your loan local throughout the entire life of the loan. So start your financial conversation with us today by visiting foundationbank.org or calling us on the number on the screen. In the meantime, go Lions! McKinsey Banking Company and Foundation Bank are an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank has assembled an all-star staff with decades of experience in the Jackson and West Tennessee markets. Our top priority is listening to your goals and dreams, helping you develop a plan to achieve them. Benefit from our more than 100 years of experience. Visit us at Thompson Farms or give us a call. West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
Did you know that Lonnie Cobb Ford's Warranty for Life is available on pre-owned vehicles too? That's right, a warranty for life on a used car. And with our huge selection of over 100 vehicles, we have the one for you. Lonnie Cobb Ford in Henderson, where cars really are cheaper in the country.
This could be a true story. On October 3rd, a 2003 hatchback struck and killed a deer that goes by the name Buck. I know, right? He now has Buck's head proudly displayed on his living room wall. He tells a different story.
Shot it.
No, he didn't.
And to hide his lie, he took his car to Mitchell's Body Shop.
No, I didn't.
Yes, he did. And lucky for him, they made it look good as new. And as for Buck, the story continues.
Well, Dom and Dave, we hope to talk to Blake Butler here in a minute. We're trying to get some final scores for you, but Chester County now leads Bolivar 17-14 in the fourth quarter of that ball game. We're going to have to retreat to get some of these for you. But we're looking for a more updated score on Huntington and Peabody. That's going to end up being a shocker if it turns out the way that it's been going. Hardin County now leading Milan 27-14 in that ball game. USJ 31, St. George's 14 in the third quarter of that ball game. St. George is not the St. George's of old. I kind of wish we were playing them instead of ECS, but St. George is not the team that they once were, so to speak. Looking at some other scores, Southside leads the Indians 14-7 into the third quarter in that ball game. I think that ball game being played at Northside High School. Other scores from around West Tennessee that we're going to try and look for. Then we're going to look for some scores in the middle part of the state. They're going to be of interest as well when we get to those. Let's see here. It's just hard to find anything the way scores are done anymore. It's not as good a system as it used to be in years past. So what we're going to do, we're going to get you a look at the overall state scoreboard and see what we can come up with.
Tell you what, Stanley, while you're trying to get some of those scores, why don't we do the scoring recap real quick?
Go ahead and do that.
At the 10:40 mark of the first quarter, after a short kickoff, Jackson Christian took over at their own 43-yard line. They moved it 57 yards in 4 plays, and it was Scott, a 19-yard run, capping off Cisco, the PAT, and that made it 7-0 Jackson Christian. And then at the 6:27 mark of the second stanza, it was Borkin DeRay, a 69-yard drive. That was a 30-yard pass, by the way, 14-0 after Cisco pinned the PAT right through the uprights. And then at the 11:32 mark of the second, Scott, a 5-yard run, capping off a 67-yard drive. Cisco, the PAT, made it 21-0. So they had a 57-yard drive, 69-yard drive, and 67-yard drive. TCA had a chance one time to move the ball and maybe have a chance to score, but they ran out of gas inside the 20. And Jackson Christian, credit their defense, they turned it back over to them, their offense. And pretty well you sense that TCA might be in a little trouble. 21-0 at halftime. And then at the 4:50 mark, it was Boyd, a 5-yard run, capping off, take your pick, 93 or 95 yards. And that was a big, long drive, consumed a lot of the clock, and pretty well put the thing away, 28-0. Then the 90-yard drive made it 35-0, capped off with a Scott, second time he scored on the night. And then it was in 25 seconds left in the quarter. The Lions never stopped trying, and they had a great effort tonight, just came up short. It was Butler to Wilson, a 27-yard strike, PAT by John Mark Willard, and that was the final 35-7. I'm not sure if we're going to get Blake up tonight or not, but Stan, as we await that decision, let's go to you for some of those other scores, and I'll try to gather a Peabody-Huntington score.
It is.
And I just have one coming in. 48-28 with 3.5 left. It's all Huntington as they're winning by
Worthy Road Studios. Worthy Road Studios is a full-service television and live streaming service that can provide live broadcast coverage outside of normal studios. We own all the equipment needed to produce live events. We are a road studio, meaning all equipment is portable. We can work out of small, unusual spaces not designed for broadcasting while still delivering a TV quality product. We use wireless communication systems and have invested in high-definition wireless video transmission. Worthy Road Studios has been producing local television for over 10 years. We work with different media organizations producing live high school sports, as well as Union University basketball and volleyball. We use multiple cameras, on-screen graphics, live scoreboards, and live picture-in-picture. We can do slow-motion instant replay with a telestrator. We can have referees mic'd and use sideline reporters with wireless microphones and cameras. Contact Worthy Road Studios by Facebook, YouTube, or call us at 731-499-1730. We would like to help you with your live event by streaming it to your Facebook page or to YouTube, all live.